Yo, yo, yo. What is up, my people? Hold up. There we go. There we go. That's much better. All right. Oh, damn. Shaking stuff. What's going on, everybody? I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to join on in this thing here. And, yeah. Let's everybody rock your body right. Backstreet's back. All right. Hey, Brandon, why don't you say hello? I got Brandon here with me. He's pushing buttons.
I just pushed the button.
He is a fantastic button pusher, and he is my button pusher right now. I'm using him currently.
I can push this button and it'll go.
See, he does stuff, man. He's like a little magician or a little shaman. A magical gnome, if you will. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you for just being you, bud.
Well, thank you for allowing me to push your buttons.
Hey, man, you can push my buttons anytime you want, buddy. Hey, Linda, how are you? Watching Rosie. Who's Rosie? Who the heck is Rosie? Oh, like who?
Rosie the Riveter.
Rosie the Riveter. I don't know about that one, bud. Is that who? Are you being serious?
Yeah, that was. That.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't know what's going on.
What happened? Let's bring up this other camera so we can show the mayhem.
No, I'm trying to.
Look at there.
I'm trying to show this. What'd you do, man?
And see, you can't blame me now because I'm in South Carolina.
I can blame you all I want.
It's still my fault.
Nah. I can add it to the stream.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you like. See that right there? This is. I've been painting today. My hands are all painted. This is the laser audio transmitter. It has been resurrected. It's like a phoenix. It perished and then it resurrected from its own ashes. It was reborn.
Right. It did.
And into this gong like looking. Hey, see there, Brandon? You wanted a gong, man.
Yeah, I've and I had to
pay
$3,000 for a gong.
Look at there. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Look at that.
Just look at it.
Look at it.
Just look at it.
Look, there's the backup.
It's still the laser audio transmitter. That looks really like blurry down there, doesn't it? Why does that look like that?
Well, if you quit moving the camera and let it focus.
Let it focus.
Hey, Scott Horn. What's up, buddy?
Okay, what's up, Scott?
Hey, and then we got Tim Lovejoy.
Tim Lovejoy, how's it going, my friend?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for joining the live.
Hey,
you guys are part of the cool club.
Did I ever tell you how sexy Scott Horn was?
Not today. You haven't.
Okay, yeah, he's a handsome.
He's a handsome dude, man. He is. He's a handsome dude. I do like a little bit of facial hair. Yeah. And he's perfect. Unlike you look like I don't know.
I look like I just crawled out of the cave.
Hibernating or wait, what? What?
No.
Hibernation?
Nobody look that up.
What? Do not. That will get you. That'll get you flagged several places.
So Tim is waiting on you/me to update the site so he can order his reverse speech ink box.
Oh, yes, Brandon. I was supposed to tell you that. Hey, bud, I need you to add the reverse speech ink box to the store page.
Okay, I can do that.
Thank you, Tim, for reminding me to do that. I had Katie said that earlier, and I had completely. I was trying to get. I got about a dozen excuses.
And none of them work.
Point is, now it's taken care of.
Actually, now the point is, now it's in my.
Well, now, right. That's what I mean. Now we can yell at Brandon if it doesn't happen. That's what I
If
meant.
I had more table space, I could set up my other laptop and I could get
Kira? Yes, Kira sounds familiar. Where's Kira?
Kira sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Where's Kira at?
Kira. Oh, I guarantee you, if you sent a message, Tim, Kira probably answered. And
you're talking about Kira.
Yeah.
Kira Coffin.
Okay.
Oh, did you send a message to her?
Well, she answers the site, and sometimes she's pretty quick. So sometimes I don't even get a chance to respond to people.
Oh, does that make you mad? Does that make you mad, Brandon?
No, not at all. It actually helps me out a lot.
That's what I would think. I mean, if you just want to do all that.
I did for a long time, and I don't want to do it anymore.
I gotta move my camera down, man. It's like I have to shift the whole thing down. Sorry, this is gonna bother me if I don't do it. So anyway,
right?
What we were gonna do stuff. What
Oh, hey, would you like for me to show that video of your?
Oh yeah. That's right. That's what we were gonna do first. That's what we were gonna do. Let's do that. Let's play the. Okay, so
set it up for everybody.
A little bit of context. I work at a arcade game distributor, right? Or it's like a company that we put games out in places, and we all split the money. So they're kind of like renting the games from us. So, and we got all kinds of games, arcade games, Pac-Man, all the way up to newer, whatever you want. Basketball, the little basketball hoops games, everything, right? So I was working at the shop, and there was nobody else there. Everybody was gone out on service calls, or there was the lady that works in the front office, Danae. She was gone to lunch. She had just left to go to lunch. And so I walked out the back door, the big garage door, and I walked out just to smoke a cigarette. And I lit my cigarette, and I looked up, and here comes a big bald eagle, man. Mm-hmm. And it landed on the post right in front of me. And the video, it looks a little bit further away than it actually is. It's really it's not even 100 feet away from me. And the pole is, I don't know, about 3 stories tall. So, he was right there, and he was tall. He was anyway, but that's where the video picks up. As soon as he lands, I reached in my pocket real slow and grabbed my phone, because he stared dead at me. And I felt like he was going to do something. I don't know. I didn't know what. So I pulled my phone up and started recording, and this is what happened. Take it away, Brandon. Roll that clip. Bald eagle. Hello, eagle. Is this a sign? Are you here to tell me something? Yeah. So yeah, that was it, man. That was crazy. That felt to me like that was some sort. I don't know, man. You call me crazy, but it felt like it was some sort of message or something. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
it had to be. That
It was
was
just so random. So you know, like
specifically meant for you, man.
right.
Yep, I think so. I'm going to drop out for a minute because Bo needs to go.
Bo needs to go.
Yep. So I'll
Okay.
be back.
Well, Bo needs to go, but then Bo needs to go. Okay, so I was gonna do some stuff here. I'm. Oh God, Brandon, why'd you put the big screen of me up here? I didn't want that. What's this? What's this one do? Wait, how do I? Darn it. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit, +3. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out here, man. Solo layout. It's not changing, dude. Brandon. Oh God. Anyways, so there we goes. I don't know. I don't know why it wasn't doing that. Why wasn't it doing that before? Now I can change it. And it makes no sense. Okay. Anyway, um, I was going to show you guys some stuff. So let's see here. I'm going to show you my laser audio transmitter as it is now. Uh, the laser audio transmitter I find interesting. When I first started working with it, I had never read any of the work that was done with the golden phone. You know, I'd never even heard of that. I was trying to think of different ways to transmit audio, um, wirelessly and produce some kind of wireless uh, radio wave or something, some sort of waveform that was wireless that a spirit or something that was also seemed intangible and invisible could also maybe pick up and hear. Who knows? It just sounds right. I don't know why. I mean, scientifically, well, as we know, science as it is, obviously it doesn't work, right? There's no scientific proof of evidence of the afterlife. There's a lot of weird things that happen, but there's no scientific um, uh, agreement on anything. So there's a lot of scientists that do a lot of work that does kind of delve into the paranormal. But anyways, I digress. What I want to show you is the laser audio transmitter that myself and my friend Doug built a while back, and I've been using it ever since. And what happened? Camera go out. See, that sucks. Oh, crap. I don't know how that happened. I see that now. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. So I was just here, just setting all this crap up. So now you can see this. Right. I don't know. This, I feel like Brandon did that to me. What do y'all? No, he wouldn't do it to me. What are y'all saying over here? I'm such a. Don Corleone. What's up, brother? Oh, what's up? Skydor Entertainment. Hello. How are you? Don Corleone. Yeah, Tim. I know. My God. Jesus. I'm sorry. You know what? I would be embarrassed if this didn't happen all the time. So it's all right. I'm used to it. It's always something. This audio is my life, so I have a lot of audio problems. When you deal with as many audio things as I do. Yeah, he did. He used the shaman mind control. He was like, ha ha ha. Talk smack to me, will you? Not today, punk. Anyways. Hopefully I can add an extra audio in using this StreamYard. That'd be great, because if I can, then I'll be able to actually let you hear what's coming through on the deal.
See what happens when I leave for 5 minutes. You lose audio.
Yes, I know. My audio went away. I didn't even do anything. I didn't do anything to it. Makes me mad.
So you've got you have Don Corleone watching from Skydor.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I told him hello. And
and now Tim said, well, you probably saw this. He said, "You're Lima Charlie now."
Lima Charlie.
Didn't we just go down that road earlier?
Yeah, we did. I feel like you cursed me. That was brought up with your shaman powers.
Well, shaman powers activate. Just saying.
Right. Obviously. I got it. It's okay though.
Hey,
I'm gonna see if I can. Hey man, have you ever tried to plug in an extra audio into StreamYard?
I have not, but I think your webcam there has audio. Okay, here let's do a little trial.
Okay.
I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? Gonna remove that. Nope, I didn't hear anything, so maybe not.
Well, hold on, it's not playing yet. Haven't even played anything yet, Brandon.
No, hey, how's the feedback? And echo, is it better now?
Was there feedback and echo?
In the comments.
Well,
when you add another audio source, you get all kind of feedback and stuff.
Well, I know I used to not in OBS because I could add separate audio sources.
Well, why don't we try it here?
That's what I'm saying. We might as well.
Yeah,
give her a shot, right?
All right.
So here we go. Sorry.
Earthquake.
All right. Whoa. Whoa, man.
Whoa.
Okay. Damn it. Sorry, there's a lot of wires involved. To be such a wireless thing, it's a lot of wires going on here. All right, now I'm angling the laser so it hits the. I'm gonna put this thing on like a little turret that you can move with a little, little motor controls and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, huh? I used to have the prism on that. Okay, so here we go.
You have nice full duplex audio, according to Tim.
What's that?
Duplex audio.
Okay,
you
good.
Do. Yeah.
So, all right, hold on. Now, this is the body. So it looks like it's doing something on here. It's definitely doing stuff on there. So now I got a light there. There's a lot of switches and buttons.
Fired up, T-Bird.
What? What's going on, man? Okay. So now I'm gonna say, let's settings, I guess. Audios. I guess I could change my mic to the.
I know.
Oh wait. Maybe I can do it.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, I can't. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? It is what it is. I think if I used a extra mic, then I could probably share the audio from. Yeah, but it's not a big deal.
You just need to get a mixer.
Yeah. Well, that's I know. All my audio has to go through the same thing. See, right now I'm using my headphones, which are USB, wireless USB.
Chris Stant has joined us.
What's up, Chris? That's super bright. But I guess we can probably hear this. So how do people plug in and listen? Okay. So I have to get just a microphone and a headset, and then just use all the audio through this mix. I have a mixer. That's what this is. It's a analog to digital converter.
Well, and also like if one of your webcams has audio, we can listen to that too.
Yeah, out like live. But that's the thing, right? So the reason why I'm doing it like this is to cancel out the feedback that happens inside the box. So
gotcha.
The problem with this radio was I never could listen to it. Like I couldn't put a speaker in it because it would cause it to reverberate. So, it would cause it the feedback would get so bad that it would just blow out. So I decided to put the laser transmitter on it and transmit the audio away from it so that you don't get the feedback. And also you always have, so it's like two birds with one stone. So you always have audio for the laser, but you always also.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So just bear in mind.
That makes sense.
I will bear it in mind, Anna.
She's over there. She's being nursey nurse over there.
I heard her say, bear in mind.
That's right.
You got to bear in mind.
Yeah, because I'm her bear.
I know. So I knew that was coming.
Yeah. I saw you open the door. I just had to walk through it.
Oh, what is that?
Some people have
a lot of audio. Oh yeah, feedback. Yeah, horrible echo. Right. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, what I'll have to do is like we were talking about. I'll have to use a mixer, and then this audio analog to digital converter that I have. That's what I used to use, but now we're doing StreamYard, so it's a little different. So we'll figure that part out. If I were using my phone, it would, or just even the computer mic and audio, I could probably do that, and you could hear it out loud. But that would kind of defeat beat the purpose of using the laser. I feel like I'm over-explaining that. So I'm gonna kill.
What if you just used a mic to pick up what you wanted, and then just mute your main, and then we could hear it?
I could do that. I mean, you could just you don't have to hear me. Yeah.
That way, everybody can.
Why don't you just say you don't want to hear me? Why don't you just say
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear you.
Thank you. That is much more honest. I feel like.
Okay. Every time I get home, I wonder why I drive so far. Just to be.
You wonder why you ever left me.
because there's a song in there somewhere, but my brain's not working. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Can't hear you. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, KD is doing some type of supernatural sign language here. We're not sure exactly what's happening, but it's so much nicer not to hear him. Oh. We are somehow jacking into the matrix. So just stay tuned to hear some laser stuff. But those are things that you can control. Some things you can't control. It's not out of the realm of possibility there, Don. Or Hello Darkness. One of the two. There's a guy on Facebook that has a whole group that is dedicated to non-alcoholic family living. And it's called it. Now, I don't know whether KD is staring at the things in front of him as he tries to figure out this audio situation. Let's watch as he does supernatural sign language.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
That's not working, dude. And I can't concentrate. You're freaking distracting me. Let's look at stuff. Let's go on and let's look at stuff. Go on the Facebook page. Hey, what happened to your voice? There it is. Okay.
There I'm back.
I thought you died.
Brandon,
no,
not yet.
Come back.
Oh no! Oh well, we'll miss him.
I should have made better decisions.
Should have made better choices. Natural.
Yes, he does. He actually sings that. He really does. If using a mixing board, it will work, but not on separate StreamYard. Not separate on StreamYard. Right. So I have to use my audio. Well, so when you go in to select the audio input, then I have to choose the audio codec input from my mixer. And then I can do it all in the mixer, and then I'll have the one input, and then bam. And then you'll be able to hear everything on my side. You know what I mean? But the problem is like these are also USB, so I can't just plug these into my mixer. So I have to get a set of, standard type headphones. Supernatural Inc. Paranormal Technology. Scroll on.
No, you can find those.
Yeah, I want to set a good.
I wonder where I got my background from.
Yeah, man.
Cool, yeah. Huh? I mean, but you can get them five below.
Well,
which one should we pull up on here?
Well, which one's not sold out? Let's see. We'll check out. Okay, so what's the next one we're doing?
That would be this one. This is the one that
USB to quarter inch audio jack 2 or any other adapters. USB to quarter. Yes, they do for audio. Yeah, I have a USB to 3.5 millimeter, but my audio codec is actually USB, so it's jacked into the USB, so it's all digital. Once it goes into the mixer, then it comes out digitally into the USB, and then as a different, as a selectable mic in and also audio output.
You put the
left foot in, and you put your left foot out.
Right.
You put your left foot in, and you shake it all about.
Or we can do like you remember the blind horse?
No. Oh, the Blind Horse Saloon. You talking
Yeah,
about that bar?
yeah.
I do. I
They
never went there. I was
well,
never like a big bar person, you know.
they
Like
would sing it like this. They would sing, "Put your testicles in." You put your
oh, that's
testicles,
lovely. Yeah, that's nice.
and
That's
then for the women, then they would tell them to put their breasticles in.
the breasticles, huh?
It was
Well,
hilarious.
that's an interesting term.
I'm just saying. The blind horse is
Breasticles.
no longer open. It's something new now.
Is it
Cowboy up or something.
the horse with fully functional sight?
I think it was the deaf donkey.
The, the deaf donkey? Is it the
The,
blind burro?
yeah, oh yeah, that will announce a Mexican joint. So here's
It's a
the next
Mexican
event.
restaurant now. Oh no!
Uh,
Everything turns into like eventually a Mexican restaurant or a Chinese buffet. I don't know
that's
why,
right.
but there's a
So this
Pizza
one,
Hut down here that turned into one. I was like, wow, there's a pizza. Oh no, it's a Chinese buffet.
so
That's
this
fine.
one
I love
is
Chinese food in Mexican restaurants.
right.
I eat quesadillas almost every single day.
Word.
I prefer them over McDonald's.
So this one right here that we have up is sold out, I believe. The LeBold Mansion.
Yeah, that one sold out. Yeah, but you can so go on to the next one. Y'all missed anybody
So
who's watches this and wants to come to an event. You missed that one. Well, I just want to do this real quick. Go through the events, and it helps to remind me everything's going on because we got a lot of stuff going on. And there's just a lot of stuff in
that's in
general going on
September,
too.
but
If you go on the Facebook page, not you, Brandon, but anybody out there listening
okay.
or watching, if you go on the Facebook page, there's like not just our events. That's what I was wanting to look at. Was like everybody's stuff, not just ours.
Oh
But
well,
it's
yeah.
okay. We'll move on. Yeah. So
This
we were
was
just getting
September
on here.
1st.
Well, yeah. This is hey. You know what? This is almost. Wait. The last time we streamed was when Wednesday or Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Mm-mm-mm. Well, no, we did it at we streamed at uh, the what you call it place with the cool stuff
Yeah,
with
but
Dina and them.
that wasn't like well, okay, so the first time we did it with StreamYard, when was that? Was that a Tuesday?
It, I think it
Uh,
was.
yeah, I think it was. So I'm gonna start trying to do this on Wednesdays at 8:30.
No, it was a
So,
Monday. We did it on a Monday.
well, Mondays don't freaking work. We did do it on Monday, but you know what? That doesn't work for me.
No, so
Mondays
Wednesdays,
are kind of
Wednesdays and
busy.
Saturdays. How about that?
I like Wednesday. What do you think, Brandon? Are you good normally on Wednesday? You can help.
Yeah, I can definitely help you on Wednesdays.
Cool. Well,
Um,
so now if we start doing this every week, then I can make sure I have something to pull up, and I can make sure everything I'm going to do is going to work correctly instead of just being so spontaneous.
there's Diane
Well,
Kitchell.
technically, I'm not just being spontaneous either, though, because I mean, this was your idea to use StreamYard. Now, I had already like conformed to OBS, and I could play my audio just great through OBS. So I don't know, man.
Well, my idea was for you to just come on over to Skydoor Entertainment, but somebody had to do a trial run on their own.
Well, no,
So
but that's what I'm saying. See, like this way, I know how StreamYard works. You know what I mean? I still do
well,
a
yeah.
show with Skydor, but
And then we have Anthony just joined us. Hello, paranormal
Anthony,
people.
hello, and Diane, hello.
And then we have Chris saying,
Wavy
"Thanks,
hand
guys.
and ghost.
Thanks, guys. Can't wait until I use the Inkbox S." So I've been working on
Don Corleone, yes. The struggle is real, man. Yes, yeah. But okay, I'm glad that you get it because I felt like I was over explaining it, but I think you get
No,
it once I told you about the USB audio input. I think you got it after that. I should have
Jim
explained that better.
Jim Pfister says hello.
Jim Pfister, well, howdy, sir. How have you been?
A little different.
Cool,
And
man. Yeah,
yep.
Don. I think I think it's just a matter of just getting the hardware going right over here, and like we were talking about, with this, it looks like you can only add, well, you can only use like your single audio input from your end, right? For each user, that's what it looks like, or maybe for each camera
Each
also. I don't know.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and that's
believe it's
probably
each
why we
camera.
were getting the feedback from that other camera. Maybe, I don't know. Um, but but what we'll do, like I said, what we'll do is I just have to get a headset with a mic that will plug into the my audio codec, and we'll be good to go,
So
man. Then I can
I'm
do all
thinking
my
Tim
weird
Lovejoy.
audio stuffs.
I think Tim Lovejoy is directing this at me. Still looking for the reverse speech ink box
Oh
option.
yes, Brandon. Yeah,
That's
so
on me.
we're gonna be getting off of here in just a minute. I just wanted to get on here and show Brandon's beautiful
Years and years of
smiling gnome
giggling.
face and like do our little test run. And yeah, that was weird. Like when you did that, like
Yeah, it was. It's like, whoa.
your
There
hand
we go.
disappeared, man. There it goes. There's your
There it
hand.
is. There it
Sweet
is. There it
face.
is. Oh, look at that.
Friendly
But yeah,
barn.
as soon as we get off of here, Tim, I'll
Okay. All
need,
right. Cool, man. Yeah, Donna, that'd be cool. Yeah.
and
Sorry,
I
Tim.
will.
What? Yes, we were.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, as soon as we get off here, give me like 30 minutes, and the option will be up on the store site.
Do you have pictures of it?
No, I'm gonna need
Well, I
you to
mean,
send me a
it looks like an ink box, but it's
I
just
mean,
not.
I
I
can
mean,
put
it is, but
ink
it's not.
box.
So instead of like all the knobs on the side for the controls, you just have getting the light better.
We need
I
some.
just
We
have the
need some.
one speed knob. That's the only real ghost box control on the reverse box, because it doesn't have the reverb or the delay and the timing for the delay on this one. It's just got the speed for the sweep, and then obviously all your radio controls, and it's still got AM, FM, shortwave, 1, 2. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. You could probably actually hear it if I turn it on right now. You can hear it through my mic, I bet. That's shortwave. Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
That was like if you turn the knob all the way and dead end it out at the very top, the waveform is going so fast that it thinks it's sitting still, so it'll just sit at the very top of the station. So you just lightly crank it off a little bit. Okay, can you say hello to the people out there before we stop streaming? Yes, you can, Tim. Remember me? Sounded like it said, remember me. Can y'all hear that okay? Brandon?
Yeah, I heard it good.
Okay.
I actually just remembered that I can get on our store on my phone, so I'm actually adding it right now.
Okay. It said I'm up here in Missouri now. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. I heard I'm up here now.
It
That's what
said
I
I'm up
heard.
here in Missouri now. Yeah. But that was crazy because like it's reversed, right? So
Right.
it said Missouri, even though it's reversed. That's kind of weird.
Hey, check the private chat real quick.
Okay. Private chat. How do I? Oh, there it is. Mm, 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 mm.
As much as I cough, I should have really nice abs.
You have just one giant ab.
Well, I do. I look like a rotten watermelon.
You have
with
one. You
toothpicks.
have one large, beautiful ab.
You know, every time that I look in a full length mirror, I want like chicken wings. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know why, but gotta have,
Damn. Damn.
I need a picture.
Okay, there. You need a picture.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that for you right now, bud.
Yeah, if you send me that right now, and then
I'm gonna do you one even better. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Where
Where
look
you
at
at, Brandon?
it. South
Where it
Carolina.
at? Where it at? Where it is? Where it was? Where it been? Who it be?
Who it there it is. There it go.
Okay.
No, Tim also
Cowbell?
ordered a
It said
We need more
cowbell.
cowbell.
It sounded like it said cowbell.
Should never mind that.
All right, here we go. Let her rip.
Tater chip.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. If any spirits are here or can hear me and can communicate through this device, can you please tell me hello? Is there, if anyone can hear me and can communicate with me through this device, can you tell me how I can adjust it so we can hear you better? Said something about turning it down. Narf? Yeah, man.
Narf.
Hey, what's up? Is this any better? Yeah, I heard gain down too. I also thought I heard something about AM. Can you hear me? I got this this little plasma ball over here going. I wonder if that thing's putting off any kind of feel. Oh yeah, you can hear it. You hear that?
Yep.
Can y'all hear that squealing? Oh yeah, that's coming from that
Yep.
that plasma ball. Is anybody there? I hear nothing but static. Can you tell me your name?
Okay, Tim, if you're still watching, check this out, buddy.
Tell me your name if you can hear me.
There it is. The reverse ink box is up.
Okay, I'm gonna put
There,
it on
Tim.
shortwave 1. Slow it all over.
Ready and waiting on you. Oh,
Okay, here we
hold,
go.
hold, please.
Hold, please. That sounds like freaking like Morse code or something. Is anybody there? Can you hear me? If anybody knows Morse code, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but if you can, oh, who's that? If you can hear this, can you tell me if that sounds like anything coherent?
Hey, Tim, use the code word Tim on your purchase for that discount that was discussed.
It would be spelled backwards in CW. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Mariah? Yeah, me either. Yeah, man, you know, yeah, listen to it after. Tell me if you hear anything that pops out. Kira said use Kira for code.
So if you use that, you only get 5% off. I made you a special code for that discount that you and I discussed.
Tim got his own code. Damn.
Yep.
That's
So
the
Tim,
preferred.
your code is
That's
your
like the
first
gold
name.
customer.
Yeah,
That's
man.
gold customer status right there.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate it, Tim.
Yep. So, like I promised. So yeah, I mean you can use Kira, but that's 5% off.
That's
You can
kind
also
of
use Shaman, which is 5% off.
I think Kira sounds better than Shaman, but I mean I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we can.
Code Kira. Code Kira. It sounds like that could be like a movie or something.
Well, Code Shaman sounds like a Vietnam freaking operation.
Does it?
Does it really?
Does it really?
You know, now that I've said that out loud, that was stupid. That was it. That was stupid. I'm just.
I thought it was great, bud.
Well, thank you, but
Yeah, I
you
thought it
know
was great.
that was horrible.
I thought it was good. I
Well, thank you,
disagree.
buddy.
Like
instead of
Operation Shaman, Operation, I don't know. Operation I can't even
Ramalama.
think of. I was trying to think of something that rhymed with shaman that was clever, but I couldn't.
Operation Shaman Shootout.
Let's see. Okay, cool, Mariah. That's dope. Yeah, he decoded spirit. Morse code we got on the USS Hornet. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a telegraph thing, right? I've got this little telegraph thing. It's pretty cool.
We almost had two telegraph things.
Oh, dude, I know. That was a cool little set. That was a cool little kit.
It was just not in our price range.
It was not. I mean, it wasn't that much, but it was just like, yeah.
I mean, $20, but we walked in there just to spend like
we weren't trying to spend
$5.
$20 because that's the thing. I would have just used it for a minute, and it would have just been something else I have
right
sitting here. I'm gonna stop this thing now. Operation Shaman, Flamin' Shaman.
Hey, wait a minute.
What is wrong with Flamin' Shaman?
I mean,
like it. You're like a fireball, man. Like fireball.
Fireball.
Fireballs.
Oh my god. That's this one time when I was in the Marine Corps.
There's this one time. Bandcamp.
Tim, I would like to personally thank you for your order.
I would like to also thank you.
I think it just came through. Yes.
I want
Thank
to.
you so much.
I thanked you first, Tim, because I thanked you a little while ago. I just want to go on record that I thanked you before Brandon.
Well, I just heard it come through. Now I'm going to disable that code because that was a good code.
Ship that bad boy, my friend. You're getting this one. You're getting this one right here, bud. Bada bing, bada boom. Big bada boom. You put it on your shoulder.
And now that very special discount has been deactivated.
Right. So this one is special because it was mine. It's got a special battery cover on it. You'll notice right here. Yeah. It's cool though. We've got more.
Oh yes.
Step right up.
We also have the Robocom.
Oh yes, we do have the Robocoms, and the Robocom, because that's a new thing. Totally not the same thing as the Robo Box. Totally new Ghost Box, and
Totally
definitely not
like
the same thing.
completely
Just
different.
Forget about that other thing, and this is the Robocom. See how cool it looks.
Pull this up right here.
Hey, you were like auto tuning for a second. Prison.
In case you've forgotten what our store is.
Okay, here we go.
I will be right back, KD.
Okay. So the Robocom takes and modulates all the audio signals that it gets from a digital FM radio signal that's randomly sweeping through all of the FM radio channels, and it sweeps to them randomly, and the speed is also random, and the speed is random, but there is a knob on here on the front of this box right here that you can adjust the speed, the random range. So that means, so if it all the way at its fastest point or its lowest range, that's going to be tuned all the way down, and that's going to be where it can only choose a random speed between 0 and 20 milliseconds, right? So it's just doing it as fast as it possibly can, pretty much. You can hear a little bit of change, but it's super fast. And that's where we're at right now. And then you can also run it all the way out, the range all the way out to a bigger range where it goes from so like a half a second to 20 milliseconds. So it can be anywhere, any speed. It'll choose a random speed somewhere between 20 and 500 milliseconds every time it resets. So that's every single sweep. So every time it goes through, it chooses a new random sweep speed. Right, Mariah. Well, this is true. You know, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start selling cases and stuff with them too. I feel like I should sell cases because that's something I guess you guys that have several of my boxes are left trying to scrounge around for a case big enough. I'm gonna start like supplying custom cases and stuff too. Also, I've got some pretty cool battery enclosures, like battery storage things. I think y'all probably like. I'm working on printing them up. It's like stuff to make your life easier, equipment wise. Just simple things, and we'll be probably putting those on the store as well. But yeah, this is the Robocop. Now this is like the standard sound, right? Now this is like the non-robo sound, right? So you can do that and still pitch modulate all the audio that comes through. And you can tell that I'm definitely changing it. And then if I do something like that, well, there we go. Get off her something? What was that? Yes, of course. Yes, I definitely will. I've already signed it too. Bada bing, right there. See, we got the year on it, man. I'm number one. All I have to do is write number one because that is number one. Liar, liar, pants on fire, paranormal. Hi. Or as we say in South Carolina, which I'm not in, I'm in Missouri, but I'm from South Carolina. As we say in South Carolina, hey. Of course, Tim. You know I'd do that for you, man. Welcome back, sweetheart. Brandon.
Thanks, Pumpkin.
Whoa, what up, Buttercup?
He says, "Will you please sign the battery cover?"
Yes, I told him I definitely would.
And we have Brian Mays tuning in from South Carolina.
Brian Myers, yes. Hey, what's up, Brian? I was just talking about how I am also from South Carolina, but I'm not currently in South Carolina, but I'm from there.
Did we say hello to Liar Liar Pants on Fire Paranormal?
I did. I said that's when I referenced where I was from. Yes. So, yeah. So, what's up, Brian? Yeah, we're just on here messing around. We plan on doing this regularly, but we're in the future we'll have a more organized, or maybe not. I don't know. Like I want to, but I don't know. Maybe I won't.
Train wreck.
Maybe
have
I
you
won't.
seen my show?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Well, see, I'm not gonna have a lot of guests on and stuff though. It's probably just gonna be. Yeah, I'll have guests on every once in a while, but I feel like that'd be a different show. You know what I mean? Like that'd be a different thing or whatever. Because this is a thing on its own, And it's cool that I can have you here and you can push buttons and I don't have to. And you can still show your beautiful face and give your hilarious input. Hilarious. Oh, Lord. I thought your face froze like that, dude. Yeah, that was good. That looked like that was froze. That actually looked froze on the screen.
Well,
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but there you go.
I don't know.
Just leave that right there for you.
Yeah, thanks. We're just gonna put that little nugget.
Hey, okay. I want to review movies like this. Mm-hmm. Can we do that?
Mm-mm.
Why?
Well, I mean, maybe we had a show.
Not watch the whole movie. I'm not talking about watch the whole movie. We'll show bits and pieces of the movie, and we will have watched it. Yeah,
I think we could.
We will discuss it based on the clips of.
I think we could.
It will be. It will be. It will be well within the realm of
like
the creative rights thing.
Then yes, we could.
Well, not creative rights, but wow, dang it, I can't think of what's
freedom of use.
Yeah, freedom of use. Yeah. You have to provide some sort of commentary or something on it. You can't just use other people's material.
I think we should do that. We should come up with like a dartboard, and we throw to see what movie. Like you have a dartboard, I have a dartboard, and you throw and pick for me, and then I throw and it'll pick for you. Yes. What movies?
Or we could let people vote on it.
Mm-hmm. We could do that.
We could throw darts. at a board and pick a selection, and then that would be what they have to vote from.
I like that. I like that. Like 5 different movies of a genre.
That way you don't get like a million. Well, I mean, obviously people can request. Now, if y'all want to go on Supernatural Inc. Facebook page or on the Instagram, well, not on Instagram, on the Facebook page, if you want to like comment in here, like any movies you want to see me and Brandon watch, and don't take it easy on us. But we want to focus. Well, we want to focus on horror movies, horror or sci-fi, because I don't like rom-coms that much. When Harry Met Sally, man, that was the best one
Ever.
I
think You've Got Mail was the best one.
That was pretty good too. But When Harry Met Sally was better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
So horror or sci-fi?
Horror or sci-fi, and yeah. So and the schlockier the better, and you can't just recommend it and like it not be accessible. So you have to recommend things that are accessible. That means it's not $1,000 on eBay for Blu-ray or DVD.
It has to be on Tubi.
And if it is, if you do want us to watch something like that, you send it to us.
Right.
If you send it to us, we'll watch it. As a matter of fact, if you send us something on physical media, if you send us something here, Supernatural Inc., a video, movie, whatever, horror movie, we will watch it and review it no matter what.
And I do have a VHS player.
Unless it's naughty, we're not gonna. This is a family friendly thing, sort of.
Okay.
Well, no X-rated stuff.
He's talking about George A. Romero's. It is public domain.
Yeah, we can do
Carnivals.
That. Yeah, you can watch those. Yeah, you can watch those in their entirety.
Yep.
I just want to review. I just want to like give my 2 cents. Oh, and then when we're done with that, when we're done with like horror movies, or when we want to take a break from horror movies, we could do action movies. We could do cheesy freaking action movies. Somebody's calling me. Hold on one second.
That would be your wife.
Is that my wife?
Probably.
Hello, wife.
Told you.
Yeah, Brandon did. Yeah, I know. He's on the live stream right now.
Yep, here I am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, he is.
I'm right here.
Yes, ma'am, he was. Yep, I'm live streaming right now, babe.
I'm probably in trouble.
No, you're fine.
I know. I mean, guys, look at this.
I don't mean it like that.
Oh, sorry.
All right, honey. Love you.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-huh.
So, Tim, I like the way you're going with the George A. Romero's films. But
yes,
let's go.
I do too. Yeah,
I mean,
let's get a little bit more obscure. Everybody's seen Night of the Living Dead.
Like, I'm thinking like in the genre of Satan's School for Girls.
Yes, that sounds good. Or like
that's a good one.
Or what was the one? Chainsaw Hooker Zombies or something. I don't know.
The
lower budget and the cheesier
zombie
the better,
strippers.
Man. Yes,
zombie
strippers from outer space.
Yep, that was one.
That's crazy.
Kind of like in that Teeth. If anybody's ever seen the movie Teeth.
Yes. Oh God, that's.
I know. I mean, you can. If you, God, please don't do Teeth. But if you vote on it, we have to watch it. But
yeah. Well, why are you saying stuff like that then? Why,
because that's kind of what I'm throwing towards you.
Oh, fine.
But we have to. Well, we have to save that for like a punishment.
That's kind of a hard one to sit through. That's kind of like having to sit through Cannibal Holocaust.
Ooh,
Have you ever watched Cannibal Holocaust?
I have.
It's just, I mean, it's not super like I don't
Well,
know. You have
considering
to,
the director got arrested for 4 counts of murder.
yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, but no, they investigated. They thought it looked real, but they didn't actually arrest him.
Okay, we have one here. The Believers with Martin Sheen, 1987, free on Tubi.
Oh, cool. Okay, wrote that one down.
I don't
Just
have
you
it.
don't have to write it down, Brandon. It's in the comments.
Oh,
We can go back through it.
The Crazies.
The Crazies
I
is
know
good.
it was a
Yes,
good.
George A. Romero. Most people don't know about that film. Yes, The Crazies. Yes, that was a good movie. They had a remake recently. Well, I say recently. Hell,
About 10, 15 years
it's been
ago.
like a decade ago, probably at least a decade, more than a decade. I guess. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is.
it's been a
more than
while.
decade. But anyway,
What was I going to say?
it was okay. It was
The
okay.
remake?
Yeah, it was okay.
Eh,
It
right.
wasn't great.
I need to go to the storage unit since Tim keeps bringing up the George A. Romero. I have still in the box the action figure of the lead character
Done.
in Night of the Living Dead, signed by George A. Romero.
That was cool, man.
Yeah, that's one of my prizes.
Yeah, which character do you have?
God,
Barbara?
no, the black guy,
Oh, what was his name? But John.
John. I think it was John. Hey, look, your daughter's
Can't
watching.
remember his name. What's up, Lex?
Yes, he's going to David's.
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
not.
I don't know. I
That's
just
funny
figured.
that you said that. It's funny that you knew, or that you.
Right.
Lex, he's got you pegged, bro.
Right.
Boom.
I think it was John. Oh, The People Under the Stairs.
People
That
Under
was
the Stairs was a good movie. That was a good movie. I liked
Mhm.
The People Under the Stairs.
So
I went and saw
apparently,
that in the movie theater.
with the response that we're getting here about the movie thing, I think we need to do that on like Saturdays or something.
Oh, Saturdays. Why's that?
I mean,
We do
because
that on Saturday.
I don't know, it's just something
Did
fun to
somebody
do on
say they
Saturday.
wanted us to do it on Saturday?
No,
Yeah, we can do it on Saturday.
I just thought
That's
Wednesdays
fine.
for the what we're doing Supernatural Inc. thing, and then Saturdays chill, relax, and movies.
Movies.
So we need a movie to start.
Well, it's not going to be every Saturday. We'll probably do it like once a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once a month. Something like that. And we'll
Well,
see
we
how it goes. We
we
could
need a
just
movie.
try it.
Yeah, we need a movie to start with.
We'll just try it. We'll do it one week, and then if it see how it goes. If it goes well, we'll do it like another
Yeah.
week.
I met in person the TV newscasters. Oh, sweet.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, the guy who's sitting there like talking on the phone. Or no, that was the producer. Are you talking about the newscaster? Yeah. There's like they have the shot that goes back to the control room, and yeah, that was a good. The helicopter zombie is my favorite zombie, I think. Or what's his name? Bill? Is it Bill? I can't remember the guy's name.
Look at the suggestion that Tim for a name for the podcast.
Theater presents. Hey, there you go.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's got a little ring to it.
Like
you know what else has a ring to it? Store.supernatural.inc.
It does. That does have a ring to it. You know what else has a ring to it?
What's that?
Bells. When you don't spray paint them.
You know what? That's my loser bell. Are we going to talk about the
Do you
loser
still
bell?
have the loser bell?
It's hung up around my rear view mirror.
Nice.
Yeah. Next podcast, I'll bring in the loser bell.
You should bring in the loser bell. Let's talk about the loser bell.
Yeah, we're going to save that for the next podcast. I'm not quite over that yet. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah. I saw that you thought it was a good idea.
You definitely saw because I was all proud and shit.
I never agreed, but I saw that you
I was
definitely
like,
believed
I
that
felt
it
like a
was a great idea.
5-year-old.
I wasn't on the same page,
No, I was like the 5-year-old that found the cool 4-leaf
but
clover
I
and
could see
wanted
that
to
you
bring
were
it to daddy.
excited.
I was
Yes.
super excited. I thought I'd
Yes.
done something. And I did. I did something.
You did.
I mean, we can't argue with doing something.
You did.
Thus my life.
Yes.
Hey, it's an hour and 15-minute show.
Is it an hour and 15? Hey.
I mean,
It's like huh?
we're almost. Yeah, it went pretty quick. I just looked up at the
pretty
timer.
fast. Yeah,
I like it.
if we were talking about a movie,
Mhm.
yeah, just think that goes by really fast, dude. If you
Yep.
we'll even watch a couple different movies. We'll review a couple different movies. So what we could do, yeah, I mean, it would obviously be cooler whenever you're around, like whenever we're together, we can sit and watch the movies and video that. See, I don't want to copy. I don't want to straight just copy what Red Letter Media does, but I do like what they do, and I do want
I
to do
mean,
something
I did.
similar to what they do, right? I want to because
Yep.
you do have like all your good jokes, like when you got friends sitting around watching the horror movies and stuff. All your good jokes happen like when you're watching the movie, and
Shout
that's when
out
it's
to Red Letter
funny.
Media
And yeah, I
because
love
they're
Red Letter
hilarious.
Media,
Oh
dude.
my
Yeah,
god, they're
if y'all hadn't
great.
seen Red Letter Media, y'all should go subscribe to their YouTube channel. And
Amazing. And then that one
yeah,
dude's
man.
laugh.
Oh, Rich Evans.
Oh my god, his laugh.
Rich Evans is freaking when he's laughing, dude. Some people it drives them crazy. Katie doesn't like it. She says it gets on her nerves.
I love it.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's funny.
It's
And
that jackhammer laugh.
well, not movie reactions, Lexi. We're going to talk about the movies in depth.
Yeah, more movie review.
Commentary.
Yeah. Puppet Master
Quick
and
commentary.
Phantasm.
Quick commentary, though. We're not doing like the sitting through the whole. We will, but we're like when we do it live, unless we're together, we're only going to be able to show clips.
Yep.
And then talk about the movie and then show clips to illustrate what we're talking about.
But in July, when I'm back up there, if not sooner, we can do the
We'll
full court
we'll
press.
sit and do like a several hours of watching shitty movies.
I'm good with it.
Zombieland, Double Tap. I haven't seen that one yet. And
I haven't seen the Double Tap one yet.
Puppet Master and Phantasm, bro. I've seen Phantasm. I've seen all those, and I've watched those recently. I'll watch them again. I have no problem with that.
Yeah,
Puppet Master's good too.
I mean, or we can go into like Critters 2, Critters 3.
Critters was good. Yeah, Critters. There was a whole series there too. The first one's obviously. First one's the best, obviously. The second one was pretty good too, though.
I don't know when they all like
formed up into the mass giant critter and just go rolling and like.
Except for
great.
the skeleton.
They were just hungry, dude. They were hungry little dudes. Somebody just feed them, man. Just
like
feed
pizza.
Them stuff.
Give them some pizza.
Feed them stuff. They're cute.
Yeah. They are cute.
Don't be mean to the critters.
Don't do it. And why did you have to travel through space in your leotard to shoot them?
Maybe they just like to abuse animals.
They look like an 80s rock band.
Right. They enjoy abusing animals so much that
that's why the critters were so
mad. They tracked the critters across the galaxy.
And then
to
they
hunt
just started
them down on Earth and slaughter them.
I mean,
like children, critterlings, and all.
I mean, and they didn't even like use what they killed.
They didn't even eat them.
No, or use their skins.
Or skin them, right? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Those little critters. Surely there's some kind of those little quills. They had like little quills.
Yeah,
It
you
had to
can
be
use
like
those.
some sort of usefulness there. I don't know. Maybe they're bulletproof or some shit, or they work really well as a conductor, or not a conductor, but
I mean, they could have been sewing
insulator, an
needles.
insulator. Yeah, you
Could
could use
be
them for pins, huh?
right.
You could
I
write
mean,
write
yeah,
with them, right? Right,
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 right.
right.
So
So that's gonna be
see, that's
fun.
how that's gonna go. That's how
Yeah.
that's gonna go, and that is gonna be fun. I think that we could have a lot of fun with that.
So, you guys out there that are viewing and that will see this, start thinking nasty, trashy, like C movies. To
For the love boat, Fantasy Island. Yeah, man. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Ernie Anderson. I'll have to look that up.
hmm I think I know
Yeah,
that.
I used to watch
Oh, look at Linda Judd. Oh wow,
Linda Judd.
you are still on.
I am still on. I think I'm on something somewhere. I'm on this screen.
I mean,
Father Ted, Ask Rex.
okay, Rex. What about Father? Oh, he's not here.
I think he means for you to ask him later.
Later, late.
Yeah,
Okay.
like later. Yeah.
Carnival of Souls is a trippy film.
Carnival of Souls is a trippy film. It definitely is. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
do you guys want to know how to get KD set off? Watch this. What about Rob Zombie films?
Um, I'm not set off by that.
I mean,
I liked
we
House of
had a long conversation about that.
Yes. I thought he started out in a good direction and he should have like continued that direction. But House of a Thousand Corpses was great. Oh, Bubba
They
Hotep
just
was good. Elvira,
yeah,
yeah. Elvira is
but
like
they did.
horror comedy.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm good with some Elvira type movies.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Bubba Hotep's good too. That's Bruce
But you
Campbell.
know, well, if they would have done Doctor Satan, actually done something with Doctor
Dude,
Satan.
Dr. Satan, that made the movie. You know, the movie was a good movie. And it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't like artistically done. It wasn't, but it was a
Well, not till the
standard.
caves. Not
It
till
was
the
a
cave.
decently done, well made, pretty well made horror movie, you know. And it was, but see, it had the twists in it, and you know, and you really don't get the real good twist till the end. But
Yep.
you, they're kind of alluding to that twist all through the whole thing. And is it real? Is it not real? And I'm not gonna spoil it or anything.
Look, if you
But
haven't
but
seen
when
House of
we
a Thousand Corpses by now,
well,
something's
yeah,
wrong.
hey, there's a lot of people who haven't seen it, man. You'd be
Oh, that's
surprised, dude.
yeah, that's true. That is true. See,
Well,
so,
you could just say spoiler alert and just say, okay, Dr. Satan, like House of a Thousand Corpses ends with Dr. Satan with our final girl, our survivor girl.
right.
She is trapped in his lair, right? And
Mhm.
that's where we end up in his Dr. Satan. It's like, oh shit, he's real. We knew it. Okay, well,
Yep.
you know, whatever. And then where do we pick up in the sequel? It's like it's turned into, it's gone from being a supernatural ish
hmm
horror, not a slasher, not a slasher. I don't want to say it's a slasher, but it's like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type
Yep.
film, right?
Yep.
Um, you go from that to just a straight like suspense, like thriller is basically what it was. It was horror. It was gross, sure, but
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
great.
they were, you know, they cursed a lot, I guess. They said a lot of dirty words.
I mean,
I mean, I don't know. It wasn't, but it wasn't great. I mean, it was
hey,
uncomfortable to watch. Some
I
of it
mean,
was uncomfortable.
how does this conversation happen at the zombie house? So, babe, I'm gonna put you as a starring role in every one of my movies, babe.
Oh
And
yeah, that's kind of stupid. Well, yeah, and that's where he also lost me on that too. And I used to like her. I thought she was fine as and she was good. And she was in House of a Thousand Corpses.
well, she was good in that remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that had Arlie Ermy as the sheriff.
Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a pretty good movie. Arlie Ermy makes. I thought that was a great choice to have for the
Mm-hmm.
patriarch of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family.
It fit.
It did fit. He was very good. Like his voice and everything was just perfect. Chilling. All right, Lex. Well, good night. I'll be home here in a little while. Yes. But yeah, so we could talk about movies.
Yeah,
Plenty.
yeah, we'll dedicate an entire show to that
I mean,
at some
it'd
point.
be good to do something, and if people watch, then great. But it'd be good to like talk about something that's non-paranormal too.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
kind of a palate cleanser,
just
if you
for
will.
fun. Just for fun.
Yep.
This is
So
fun.
somebody, well, what are we gonna watch? We need a movie now for this week.
Train to Busan. Yes, I've saw previews for that. That looks good.
So are we? So
You
Train to
read a
Busan.
hold on. So Linda just says I read a sci-fi series. It started with a book called Midnight at the Well of Souls. It had a theme of fractal math behind things that happened in the well world. Yet that sounds like a good book.
I don't like math.
I can't read very well. I'm just kidding.
We have South Carolina education, so I got to remember that.
House of Wax was a good one.
Omega Man, Charlton Heston.
Motel Hell, best beef jerky around. Yeah. The Omega Man. Oh, the Omega Man, Charlton Heston. Yes, that's what the movie with Will Smith, I Am
I Am
Legend.
Legend.
I Am Legend was a reboot of that story.
There's supposed to be another
They just
one
changed it from them
coming
being
out.
like albino, like whatever weird, like whatever had happened to. There was a disease that broke out and it like made everybody turn their eyes like
Yeah.
pink and their skin super white, and most people would die from it. Yeah, but then they changed that to being like a zombie, like freak out type zombie.
Well, there's supposed to be a remake of I Am Legend.
Swamp Thing is
I
great.
love
That was
Swamp
a
Thing.
good movie. Swamp Thing was a good movie. Uh
The original Vincent Price, Last
it
Man
had
on
what's her
Earth.
name? Oh God, I can't think of her name off the top of my head. Oh, the love interest in Swamp Thing. What was her name? Wow, she was like one of the biggest scream queens there was. She was in. Um, Let me think. My brain is not. One Missed Call. Is that a slasher
That
movie?
one was pretty good.
I'm not big on slasher movies. I'll say that. Like all this last house on the street and nobody
So
home or
Adrienne Barbeau.
home alone murder. I don't Adrienne Barbeau, yes, that's her. Yes, she was
Yes.
super
It's
fun.
Hey, we got
Super
Mike
fun.
from Pittsburgh saying what up. We're
What's up,
talking
Mike?
about
How
we're talking about
fine
like bad horror movies.
yeah, and how fine uh
Adrienne Barbeau was.
Adrienne Barbeau is or was.
Her name was Alice Cable in the movie.
That sounds right. Sure.
And then of course do you remember the actor that played Swamp Thing?
Swamp Thing was oh my god.
Great, like he had like the greatest porn name ever.
What was it? What was it?
Dick Durdock.
That's what I thought it was. I wanted to say Dick Durbin, but that was a different guy
Yep.
that was also in 80s movies.
if we're gonna go 80s movie, we need to watch the Toxic Avengers.
That's what I was about to say, the Toxic Avenger, because the Swamp Thing reminded me of the Toxic
Yep.
Avenger and Traumaville or Trauma
Yep.
movies, right? So you got all your trauma movies. I remember having the action figures, the Swamp Thing action figures when I was a kid.
Old Toxie.
Yeah.
Toxie. Yep.
Mhm.
And then we have to do what is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
That was a good one. Oh god,
I
that
remember
was so
the
low budget.
cartoon.
Like all they could afford was a bunch of tomatoes, like crates and crates of tomatoes.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We're gonna do something with these tomatoes." And they
Well,
made
they
a
were
horror
probably about
movie
to
out
go
of
rotten at the store.
tomatoes. Is that one of those situations where they made a bet with somebody that they could make a whole ass movie in a weekend?
Probably. And boy, did that whoever lost that bet, I mean, they won big in a cult classic.
Yeah, it's definitely something. It's something. I don't know. It's not even fun. It's not really fun to watch.
No, it hurts to watch. But Killer Tomatoes was filmed in.
It is extremely painful to watch. It is so boring.
So apparently,
And
the Killer
silly.
Tomatoes was filmed near Linda Judd.
Oh, cool.
Were you in the movie, Linda?
Did you get like tomatoed? Were you rolled
I mean,
over
did you get
rogue
pasta sauce for
tomato?
free? Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Remember the cartoon?
Yes, I loved the cartoon.
Yeah. You were in college.
Okay, so
hey,
she
that's
was-
perfect age right there.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you could have been an extra, man. That's cool.
Well, Linda would have been super extra.
Super extra.
Super extra.
Super
So
extra.
I didn't. Swamp Thing came out in 1982.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was the Swamp Thing. There was a sequel to the Swamp Thing. Also. But there was what Adrian Barbeau was not in the sequel. It was oh god. It was
Abby Arcane was
Dr. Arcane was the name of the.
Yep. Louis Jordan was Anton Arcane.
Yeah.
Dr. Arcane.
Dr. Arcane, yeah, that was the name of the guy.
But if you read the comic
Hello,
book,
Tabitha.
It was what was it? It was Matt Cable in the.
I didn't read the comic book.
It was Matt Cable, not Alice Cable, in the comic book.
Oh.
But
Interesting. I didn't read. I only had one Swamp Thing comic book. I think.
Kim Libby.
I don't.
Right.
Might have had another.
Kim
What's
Libby.
up, Kim? I might have had another Swamp Thing comic book, but I don't think so. But I still have it. It's like Batman versus Swamp Thing, so it's not like your old school Swamp Thing. Yeah. And then Swamp Thing fights Killer Croc. That was pretty good. I think that's what happens to that. If it didn't, it should. I'm pretty sure it did.
So we can watch the 1960s movie, 1964, The Incredible Strange Creatures Who Stopped Living and Became Mixed Up Zombies.
Oh my God. I watched part of that recently. That is a horrible movie. Horrible. Now that would be torturous right there. Having to sit through that.
That would be. It would have to save that. Like
I don't even know if that's good, bad.
Manos. The
Hands of Fate. Yes, I already know, bro. I already know about most of these cult classic movies. Manos, The Hands of Fate. Yes, that is a very specific piece of crap also.
I mean, it takes work to be.
That I feel like you should have to watch.
Well, I haven't seen. I'm looking here at the 10 worst horror big time. So that is, of course, Manos. And coming in
Manos,
at number
the
2,
Hands of
The
Fate.
Lost Kingdom.
What was it? What was that last one?
The second one is The Wizards of the Lost Kingdom.
I don't know about that one. Wizards of the Lost
I don't know. Is this
Kingdom.
the 10 worst horror
Is
movies?
that like some kind of weird pieced together Korean film?
No,
That's
it
what that
looks
sounds like to
American.
me. Oh yeah,
Spider, the Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. What?
So
Oh yeah, well yes, technically that was like
it's
one of the most low budget. It was that was actually was done on a bet. Little Shop of Horrors was done on a bet.
Oh, really?
I believe so. I don't know. I say stuff.
I mean, that sounds about right because that's
I
horrible.
just be saying things sometimes.
Sometimes
Little Shop of Horrors
horrible
wasn't a horrible movie. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was actually somebody said, "Hey, I bet you I can make a movie in a weekend."
You know, Tabitha says movies you like to watch over and over. Constantine. Well, if you like
Constantine was a good
Constantine,
movie. That's kind of dark though.
get
To
ready
watch
for the
over and
second
over again. That's a
Constantine,
little
which is
depressing.
the second Constantine. I think they're about to start filming.
It's going to be like John Wick.
Well, but Constantine with cats and water.
With a cat and a dog. So
okay, Tim, that is one of my favorite. Is Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Are you talking about the original, like the black and white?
I'm talking about the original. I love.
Yeah, that's
that
a good.
one.
Well, it's an interesting film to watch. I don't know about how much I enjoy it, but yes, it is an interesting and scary thing, especially back then. People were terrified.
Dude, people were.
I mean, people used to like vomit and like pass out and shit in movies. Yeah, it's like what is wrong with you people?
I know, like that, like movies like The Exorcist.
No, yeah, there were people like dying, like
yeah, dude.
I was just watching it, and then her head turned around, and I just blacked out. It's
and
like,
then she vomited, and I vomited. Yeah, I mean that's like
God dang, bro.
You did what?
Is it that freaking bad? Could you not just look away?
War of the Worlds. Tabitha, are you talking about
just like close your eyes, man. Just close your eyes if you feel like you're gonna vomit from what you're seeing. Just close your eyes.
So War of the Worlds, if you're talking about the new one, Tabitha, that was something.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
You know, I thought the new one was kind of interesting. You know, one thing that they did do that was true to the original War of the Worlds was that even the original movie was the alien spaceships were supposed to be on tripods, right?
Yep.
And in the movie, in the new War of the Worlds, they were.
Mm-hmm.
But the old one, they weren't. Now they tried to like cop out and say something silly like, "Oh yeah, they're on electromagnetic tripods. You can't see them with the human eye, but they're there."
Right.
Just to get out of having to add that effect, I think. But
well, you're never gonna top the War of the Worlds, the radio edition with H.G. Wells.
Well, that was the original.
But I like how everybody said all these people died, blah blah blah, and they were, police got called because people were listening to the radio.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that bad, but
it was nowhere near as bad.
There was a lot of people that were freaked out by it, but nobody died. I don't think. I think there was a couple small incidents, but it wasn't anything that serious.
Yeah. So, but
they made a big deal out of it. I guess people used to freak out a lot about stuff back in the day, possibly more than they do now. Like if they had Twitter back in the day,
oh Lord,
the world would be destroyed by now. Like we would, if they had Twitter in the 40s, the planet would be no more already. I'll tell you by
If
this
they had
before,
television in the 40s,
right?
like,
Wait,
or
hold
excuse
on a
me,
second. Did they have television in the 40s?
I'm looking that up right now because I
I
don't want to
think
be
they did
wrong.
have. I don't know.
I thought 30s and 40s were radio. Let me see.
I don't know,
When
man.
I'm gonna look it up if I can get my fingers to type.
The Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. That's another one that they remade as well, several times over actually, and spiritual remakes also. Like, well, I say that, but blatant ripoffs.
Oh, well, excuse
Kim,
me.
I think that Kim. I mean, I feel like they probably were realistically. People were tougher. You know what I mean? And I always say that. I always say, like, people had to be tougher back in the day, right? But
More gullible.
they weren't as they were way more sensitive as far as their senses went. That, like, they were way more hypersensitive, because I feel like today we're like everything's so dulled from all the noises always surrounding us all the time.
Check that out. The very first television signal was sent March 25th, 1925.
Oh yeah, man.
So
that, I mean, so that would explain why, I mean, it wouldn't explain why, but I'll tell you this. Nobody's bombing.
Austin, what's up, brother?
They don't sell like barf bags in movie theaters anymore, because
Yeah, but you know what? They
people
don't do all the cool stuff that they used to, like 4D theater where they'd have people dress up like the creature from the Black
4D.
Lagoon.
4D.
That's what that's what it was called, because they had little air vents under the chairs and stuff.
God.
It-
Yeah. It's like Walt Disney. It's like Disney
Yeah.
4D.
Yeah,
It's like throw water in your face and blow
right.
a fan on you and rock the shit out of your chair.
Yep.
Look, it's
Yep.
4D. Ain't this fun?
Shut up, Austin. Shut up, Austin. Look, now even Austin's making it's 4D.
I know, right? It's 4D, Austin. You don't
Oh my
understand it.
God.
It's 4D, bro.
No, you don't. You can't comprehend
You
what I'm.
don't. You can't perceive.
You can't. You
the
can't pick
fourth
up what I'm putting
dimension
down.
properly. Okay.
I feel like I probably should
Brandon
let that come out of my
using
mouth.
his shamanistic
Yeah, you
abilities
can't. This
here
is
to perceive
this
the
is
fourth dimension, and yeah.
There's no hope for me. There's no hope.
Oh, bro, can we, Austin? You want to come on? Can we bring Austin on?
And see, this is what's bad, because Austin and he was on my show, and we did talk about this, how you can only see lower dimensions, how he can only see lower dimensions, but me, 4D. Austin said, yeah, he wants to come on. Click click the invite thing at the bottom.
Okay. I'm going to click the invite thing at the bottom.
And then copy that.
Copy
the link and then send it to
however,
him. However you want.
Signals.
You can send it to him on his 4D Facebook.
Oh, it's 4D.
Yeah.
4D.
Dude, I got to tell you, man, I had a fucking.
Nah, man, it's 4D.
I had a
cool.
blast interviewing Austin the other day, man.
Seat.
Had a blast interviewing Austin. You're still on the 4D thing, aren't you?
I am.
Let's
totally
on we need
4D thing.
I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be back. I'll be back when Austin comes on. Hey, tomorrow is Star Wars Day, Tabitha. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th. Oh well, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm freaking tired of Star Wars.
Or we could say it like the Catholic
if you people want to celebrate Star Wars and celebrate away, have fun, enjoy it.
And with you. And also with you.
I will not be partaking.
And
in
may
the
may
festivities.
peace be with you,
Bah
and peace with
humbug.
you, and
Bah humbug to
Reese's
your
Reese's Pieces, and a piece of lint in my peaceful little eye, and peace.
bah humbug.
Don't you rain on my 4D parade?
Brandon's playing 4D chess, man.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Austin.
Hey, look, there's Austin.
What's up,
Brandon
buddy?
is awesome.
What's
Stuff
happening?
4D.
What's
It's
up, man?
4D.
That's what you know. What? That's your new fucking name, bro. You're
Hey, I'm just
4D,
being.
baby.
Serious, Brandon. Is 4D your? Is that your bra size or?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Well, I like to call it a man's ear.
That's his cup size.
It's
Oh,
my
man's
man's
ear.
ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
A
Yes.
man's ear.
It's
Can I make it
it's
fancy?
my men's ear.
Fancy.
I like to get fancy every now and then in my 4D world.
Yeah, you should.
Put your
Yeah, you
pinky
got.
up wherever you
That's
go.
why so right. So
Right? Yeah,
That's
like
like
that.
I was telling Brandon. You know, we just can't perceive his fourth dimensional
Yeah.
world.
Right.
You know,
Exactly. Pinky's up.
it's
Man.
like,
Pinky's up.
you know, okay, so you can see 3 dimensions, but Brandon can see 4.
Oh yeah. No, you can only see lower dimensions. Seems like we've talked about this Sunday.
You can only
I know,
see
man.
you can only see lower dimensions unless you're Brandon.
Well, I guess my argument would be that your definition of dimension may be different than my definition of dimension because KD knows my definition is time and space, that where they become complete, they're space time, right?
Right.
Well, yeah,
Right, right.
it's a dimension is like a path of
Right. It's like a
of
higher
perception.
right,
Path
and
of
we
like
can't.
perception.
We personally, as humans, cannot begin to perceive the fourth dimension
We don't
because at
have
that
the
point,
tools.
right, and time and space literally become irrelevant at that point.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no, they're not irrelevant.
no,
Have you ever
no,
seen me cough
No.
until I
You
pass
can
out? That's when I
now
see the
when
fourth
you
dimension.
fourth dimension, I think now I might be. You can pull this up, but fourth dimension, like as you proceed through the dimensions, and I think they're up to 11 now, but they're
Mhm.
saying that there could potentially be 13 or more.
Yeah,
But like as you proceed on up through the dimensions, it's like you gain an extra ability of an extra plane of travel, right? So a dimension isn't so much like you hear people say, oh, there's demons from another dimension or aliens from another
right.
dimension.
That's where I
I
was
don't
getting at.
think,
Actually,
yeah, that's not how that's not how I
you're right.
see. I think
And that's what
that
I
word,
was.
yeah, that word gets used. I think we talked about this too.
Yeah,
And
no, but
this,
that's exactly my point, though. Is like we
yeah,
can't. Like a dimension is not another plane of existence. It's more or less a plane of perception in a way.
right, yeah. So now, like, I want to say fifth dimension. Okay, so here it is. Hypothetical fourth spatial dimension. Right. Space in which this dimension exists is refers to as fourth dimension, and it's not a fan and little spritzes of water blowing in your face,
Oh,
rocking.
That is the dimension, man. That is
Hey,
the
it's
fourth
4D,
dimension. It's
man.
because not only do you got the audibles, the visuals, but now you got the actually feeling it, man. It's the experience. It's a whole
right.
nother thing that you've never
But that's
experienced
not a
before.
dimension,
It's a
bro.
whole
Because
nother
it says right here, the
dimension
fourth
of
dimension is
experience.
generally understood to refer to a hypothetical fourth spatial dimension. Spatial dimension. That means a different
Hypothetical,
perception of space and some
and
other
that's a
direction.
new way to experience a movie.
So
There's
fourth
nothing quite
dimensional
like a
beings could experience. They could see you, but you
Yep.
can't see them
Nope.
unless they can somehow shift from the fourth dimension to the third dimension. And I don't think that's part of the abilities that being in the fourth dimension would grant you. Because I
I
know,
feel
like,
like
as you progress on through the dimensions, like I said, you gain other abilities. So, like sixth dimension, and I'm probably way off on the ordering, but the sixth dimension, you can go backwards in time, or it might be fifth dimension. You can go backwards in time, right?
Mhm.
Like fifth dimension, I want to say is you can stop time and
Right.
in
So
space
because it
and objects
becomes
move,
irrelevant.
something like that.
So that's where I was, because
But
like
that's
at a
but it's
certain point,
optional. It's
yeah,
optional. It's an ability that you have because you can experience anything in between, right? So
everywhere you can be
you
anywhere
can
at
you
any
can
time.
experience, and just because you aren't just because it would become irrelevant to you doesn't mean that the rest of existence has actually become irrelevant. It just means that you have moved out of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like time and space as like the perception become irrelevant. Like that doesn't mean they don't exist for anything below that is in the confines of the time and the space, right? But if you start getting to a
They
point
could.
where you could
I
literally be
think they could.
anywhere, anytime, both forward, backwards, whatever, where like you said, you could go backwards in time. You could literally go forward, backwards,
Right.
whatever.
Well, that's not fourth dimension. I
No,
think
it's like
that's when
fifth.
you get on up.
Right, right.
But when
Yeah,
you
I was
get
wrong about that,
I
but
think when you
yeah.
get to sixth dimension, you can go back in time
Hmm.
and then but you can't go, or you can go anywhere from where you are naturally in time back as far as you want back, and then back up to now, but you can't go forward in time because that's another dimension. That's
Well,
another
and yeah,
dimension of time. I want
right.
to say
Yeah,
that
that's
that's
true.
that's what they're talking about. Was one paper. I can't even point to the paper that it was, but
Well, I mean, we could even get into the whole idea that space and time, when you really get it down to quantum physics, and I mean, space and time are literally the same thing. Like
yeah,
when you're
there's
talking about like when you get higher up in the perception of these dimensions, you realize that space and time are one and the same. They're not, um, they are absolutely like there gets to a certain point of the dimensions where they're literally just the same thing, like time and space. As you travel it and how you perceive it, it's all the same. Like you are dealing with, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, do you remember the old iPod touches, right?
yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I miss
Where you
bring
scroll
those
through
back.
that, where you could like
Yeah,
scroll through it and it would just kind of continue to roll through.
yeah.
Like that's kind of how I picture it. Like they could just go up or down, like scroll through it, and at any given time be anywhere, at any place in any point of history specifically, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's like your friggin' 10th dimensional type.
right.
I think
But
is
this is the guy. This is Albert Einstein, of course, that came up
yeah.
with all
Yeah,
that. But
he proposed like the potential for all these things, right? That's what he
mhm,
said. He said that
yeah,
if all this is true, then this should exist, and this should exist, and this should exist. That's kind of how
what's
that
funny
works.
is that Einstein hated quantum theory. He hated quantum physics because he was a religious man, so it went against everything that he believed in. But
And I
he
don't.
hated it because it was he couldn't. The math doesn't lie. Like the math tells one
I
hundred
think
percent the truth.
I think that kind of supports that, and then the smaller you get, the math doesn't even work. So it's like then you don't even know what you're doing anymore, and then it's
And
like and that right there in itself kind of and I know we tend to fill gaps of knowledge with God, right? God's like a hole filler, right?
that's why Einstein hated it, was because it went against what he believed in with God. It was like, because the math, I mean, yeah, the math was showing him that quantum entanglement, the math was showing him that all this exists and is a reality, but his religious beliefs with God, it says that there, like a lot of the stuff that he was finding out with the math contradicted what the Bible would say or whatever. He was very religious, so I remember like he despised his quantum theory, which is funny
Well,
because he is the father
came
of
up with the
quantum
general
mechanics.
theory. No, he came up
Yeah,
with the general theory of relativity.
Well, he also is considered the founder of quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Like he's the one that kind of started that whole
I think
it's always existed, but he's the one that
he
kind of
didn't. Yeah, he
put it
didn't
out there.
actually. I don't think he did a lot of work on it, but he may have. I don't know about that for sure, but I know he's famous for coming
General
up with the
relativity.
theory of
Yeah.
general relativity, and
Yep.
and which works. Now, there's people that say that he said that, or he said it, it wasn't right on his deathbed or whatever. But whatever.
Brandon,
I don't know about that.
look up Einstein's connection to quantum physics.
All right,
Because I'm now curious as to how correct I am.
Well, I just
If
don't
I
know about I
what
don't know about what he did with quantum physics. I know that he did a lot of.
right.
I know that he came up with the theory of general relativity. That's really hard to say.
Yeah, he
For some
did do
reason.
that, and he at the end of the day he ended up being a theoretical physicist, just
Yeah,
like
that's what it
Michio
was.
Kaku, just like all these other guys.
Yeah,
You know,
just like is a relative statement. He was a little bit more than a TV
well, you know what
personality
I'm saying. I'm
with
just
a
saying, like
PhD.
when you think about like Sheldon Cooper from the Big Bang Theory, he was a theoretical physicist. Stephen Hawking was a theoretical
He's
physicist.
TV show. No, but yes, Stephen Hawking was, and that was like the opposite of what you would think you would get,
Right.
which was like Sagan, before Carl Sagan was like the first rock star kind of astrophysicist. He was the first one that was like
Yeah,
the
click on that one, Brandon.
Carl Sagan.
That
the
first
one that
one. What Einstein really thought about quantum mechanics.
Oh, I mean, I don't even know. I'm gonna guess that had not been looked into that much at that point.
I mean, he made a quote about it. He said something about quantum mechanics that he really
Yeah, but it was probably like in its fledgling state or something. I feel like just because they just kind of figured out about atomic power and stuff. Einstein saw quantum theory as a means to describe nature on an atomic level. Right.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
right,
there
So
we
right, right, right,
go.
right. He didn't think that it changed. He didn't think that anything changed because it hadn't been really worked with at that point.
well,
Here's
I know.
what you were
Go ahead.
saying. Einstein's assertion that God does not play dice with the universe has been misinterpreted.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'm not reading.
Yeah,
let me find.
and that's part
There
of
you go. I
what
want to read that.
Einstein's issue with quantum mechanics was is that a lot of it was a roll of the dice, consider especially when it comes to the mathematical aspects of the universe. Um,
Well, I mean, was it a roll of the
but
dice? Is that what he did?
well, no, but what he's saying is that God doesn't do things random like the way that quantum mechanics work. Like God doesn't just do that. It's
I
not
get
just
that.
a
I get that. I know what.
and so it
Yeah,
kind of goes against and because he's a religious man, he
people
believes
say
that
things. Oh, I mean,
God played a purpose in everything that was created. And so for them to say that God just kind of quote unquote, just a roll of the dice.
dude, I say a
That,
lot of stuff. I hope that one day, like, I'm not taken like out of context. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, cause there's no like, and Albert Einstein was pretty old when he died. So I mean, he was
It was in his 80s or
been
90s,
around
I
for a long
believe.
time. Yeah, he was doing
Yeah.
this stuff for a long time, and I mean, he was
Mhm.
part of a lot of big projects and stuff. So, I mean, he said a lot of things, and people's opinions of things change over time, and all that. So, yeah, I mean, he probably did say a lot of different stuff throughout his career. But I mean, end of the day, the thing is, he came up with the theory of relativity, general theory of relativity. And,
One of the things you came up with, yeah.
yeah, yeah, but even Albert Einstein believed in God, and I feel like
Mhm.
you don't have to believe in God per se, but you have to believe in the potential for the supernatural. right? And you have to be willing to entertain. I mean, if you want to do like paranormal work, right, you have to be willing to entertain the
All
possibility. So you
aspects.
can't rule it out. You can't say, "Oh, I just don't believe in any of that," or whatever.
Well,
Or you can't
yeah.
even. Well, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion.
Well, no, I mean you're absolutely right. I mean, if you're going to be a paranormal investigator, you have to be understanding of all aspects of the spiritual world, whether that be religious, whether that be whatever it is. I mean, like people have different belief systems wherever you go around the world. So I mean, you go to Thailand and you have to. I mean, you look around; they embrace their spirituality, and there's got to be something that makes them believe that so hard. And so there's got to be something that, I think that all aspects of it, whether it's the crystals and the witches and the paganism and all this stuff, I think it all kind of ties together. And this is what, like, people tend to try to separate the shit, but it's all one existence. Like, it's all here together, and I think it all plays a part. That's why I love the experiments that KD does with, mixing like the crystals within the laser audio and shit. Because like the crystal work is not just about the crystal and all that shit itself. It's actually taking advantage of the energy that because they say that crystals have healing powers, or they have like some kind of healing properties, right? Properties is the word. And so I mean, but some of them have properties that quote unquote help to manifest or whatever. So I mean, what kind of properties are being exposed when you're shooting audio through a light frequency through this piece of earth, right? I mean, and like I think that the ancient peoples, right, they used to go back and they used to worship these giant ass boulders that they had no idea what they were. They just recognized that they were special, and these giant boulders were made of fucking quartz. Like, and they have high magnetism, and they're made of quartz. And like these ancient peoples, like the Native Americans over in the Utah Basin, right? They had no idea why this rock was special, but they knew somehow because they were in tune with nature, in tune with shit that we don't seem to comprehend anymore because of the tech and all this other stuff. And I think like the work, being able to combine a lot of this shit. That it's that's the direction I think that we need to go. We need to stop separating it all as like I think like the shamanistic rituals mixed with the ghost helmet mixed with the audio. I think like that kind of stuff could manifest a lot more than anything that we're doing as individual pieces. Like we got to mix it. Like go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Agreed. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about the other day too. Is that a lot of the stuff that we do is just we're kind of or just putting our spin on something that's been done by like by the original like ITC type dudes, right? So what was the guy's name? Oh, the guy that did it was it starts with a B.
Bill O'Neill.
Nope, that was the Spearcom, right? So he was the
Bill O'Neill did other work too, but
well, right,
yeah.
but I'm talking. No, this is directly related to the. So we were looking up the golden phone.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. And so I looked that up on live feed and read up on that. I can't remember, it was Bundwick or oh my god, I can't think of it. I'm not looking it up. Anyways, so I forgot what I was talking about with that guy. So there you go. There's where we're at.
Man.
I was going somewhere. Freaking trailed off. Derailed.
The train derailed. Yep.
Train derailed.
Yep.
I have no
man.
idea
I mean, but
why I was talking about that guy. And
well, we gotta look at these past examples, these past researchers and experimentalists.
Yes, that's what I was saying. The laser. Yes, my bad. That's where we were. Okay, so this guy, that built the Golden Phone. The Golden Phone obviously was some sort of laser audio transmitter, but supposedly it would like transmit audio like through some sort of portal or something.
What kind of portal though? That's
I
the
don't know,
question.
man. That's what I'm saying. They used a big ass copper dish dome thing. It was huge. It looks huge in the pictures. Have you seen this stuff? Let me friggin' show you, man. Can I wonder if I can?
Tell me.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. So I got a new tab, and I'm gonna make this a new window.
Is that right?
And ITC papers. Yeah, this is like your stuff, man. You know what I mean?
I can see.
Hold on.
Can you hear me through this? Man, what the hell? Oh, well, there's a reason for that, isn't there?
Okay, so you can see this.
I can't see anything.
Hold on, I gotta. Now we can see it. Okay, I need another screen here. This is difficult. Okay, so where were we? The Golden
My
Phone.
check?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm building a ghost box right now.
So here's the
My
Spearcom,
check?
and see here's Mark Macy's stuff right here.
Mhm.
Where the hell was it? Yeah, you've looked through this stuff, right? Here it is. Here it is, Babcock. I was so close. I said, what I say? Bundwick?
Yeah, you
I
were
said
saying
Bundwick. Bundwick. Sounds like a butler name. Bundwick.
Hello.
Come here, Bundwick. Bring the car around, Bundwick.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy built this the Golden Phone, and this is picture. Oh crap! I gotta share this tab instead. There we go. Oh, see, I'm
Is
getting
this
good.
guy still alive?
I don't think so. He looks pretty old
Because
in
like
the
that
pictures,
was
man.
1985.
Yeah, but look, I mean, he's pretty he was pretty old there. He was born in 1928, dude.
Oh yeah, no, he's dead.
100 years old if he were
I
alive.
mean, unless he's like 95,
Well, I mean, he would be.
he could be.
Well, if he were alive, if he's alive, he is.
Yeah, man. How you gonna do?
He didn't change ages.
Yeah, but like, if he were still alive, we could talk to this dude and
Well,
ask
yeah, I
him some
know, right?
questions.
No, I know. I was asking about this before. Do you remember that? You don't remember that?
We've had so many damn conversations, dude. I don't remember half the stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
And
So, well,
I just want to put
that's
this
nice to
page up real
know.
quick.
That's really great. That's
I'm just
nice.
going to
bring
show
it.
you
See.
what is a 4D.
Oh, will you get over the 4D thing? You
What is 4D film?
serious?
It's a multi-sensory presentation system combining motion
Yep.
picture with
That's
synchronized
bull
film.
crap. That's bull crap. Whoever wrote that is like
The Disney.
look, rain, mist, and bubbles and fog. That's
That's right.
4D, baby.
All right.
It's 4D entertainment wise, maybe. Okay, sure, whatever. I'm sure it's patented.
4D.
4D technology.
4D.
Yeah, okay. 4D.
Oh boy, Brandon proved us wrong.
Okay, back to what we were talking about.
I wish.
Meta 1. See, now
Meta,
this is an
definitely
audio,
that's copyrighted. Meta's definitely copyrighted.
Meta?
Meta
Oh,
One is
yeah,
different.
right.
Than,
Right. This is Meta 1. Meta. Well, the word meta is a word, right? It's a word.
Yeah, you can't own a
You can't
word.
just take a word. I bet you can't use it in a commercial sense. I guess
Right.
like as a name for something. But
And
meta
this
is
was
just a
probably
word.
well, this was also long before Meta existed.
So true.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that's 85. Facebook didn't even come into existence until what, like 2006?
And you see how he's done this. He's got, and you know what this reminded me of is Iron Man, dude.
Yeah.
In Iron Man, right? Like whenever he's building his power source, his art reactor in his chest, right? He's got this big laser set up, and he's you bending the laser beam and stuff, and he's like all tripping out. But I think it's a really cool concept, man, and I think they made it look really good on that movie. But anyways, so back to this. Share this tab instead. Uh you see how he's got like this special little pegboard like table here, and he can move his lasers around, and he's got a quartz rod. So without any knowledge of what this guy had done, I was doing something super similar myself.
It
And
just
it's not
speaks
just
on the
me. I'm
greatness.
not saying I'm special or anything. I'm saying that like that's
Yeah.
just I think that's something. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm saying that that's something that's probably I don't know, maybe that's imprinted on on a lot of people, and maybe some people get it and can I don't know.
Well, what I think is like obviously he set a big precedent with that kind of research and that kind of technology. But I mean, even if you had a similar idea as you grew up without ever even seeing any of his stuff, you could even go back and take a look at obviously a lot of the work that he was doing and try to like see what his direct, you know what I mean? You can kind of like learn from his work and see if there's aspects of his work that you could apply to yours. And then
Yeah.
maybe that would even take your work further. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe there's something that he missed that you picked up on. And that's like that's the importance of like sharing work with each other. I mean, it doesn't, you don't have to like, I mean, I get the sense of, people not wanting to share secrets or whatever, but like certain things like this, I mean, things like
This
this,
is
I
cool,
think.
man. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
this is so freaking cool. He's got a whole little table set up, and what he's doing is he's just reflecting the beam just wherever he needs it. And he's got like a whole series of mirrors and looks like
Mm-hmm.
convex and concave lenses and stuff. And
Yep.
man, that's so freaking cool.
Man, I got those lenses right
I
from
know.
the show.
From
You
where?
remember? Okay, so one thing Doug taught me a long time ago. Actually, the first time I talked to him, man, that was like what 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. So he talked to me about the cloaking lenses that the University of Rochester was working on, and he talked to me about
Oh
one
yeah, I
thing he said.
know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've talked
So
to
he was
Doug
like
about it.
looking into like the fringe around
Yeah,
the
where the light bends, the
yeah,
the edges of the light. Yeah, the
right.
right
And
there in that
so
medium between the dark and the light.
yeah, because obviously all it's doing is kind of bending the light to where if you put your finger and you go down like that, it just kind of bends it so you won't see it, even though it's like right there between the lenses.
Right.
So, but I got those lenses. Like I actually bought a set of those lenses that does the Rochester cloaking device. And
Mhm.
my thought was, because like when I had initially talked to Doug, I thought, well, what would be cool is if like the lenses and you just like spin them on an axle, they just
Mhm.
spin really quick. What and all lined up perfectly. Like what could that open up? But we never ended up doing that with the experiment on the show. But like what we did on the show was like I ended up just taking two scrying mirrors and facing each other on each end.
Mhm.
And then I had the lasers set up on, or I had the lenses on little brackets set up on servos that just kind of spun back and forth. as I
Yeah.
had green laser pointers pointed directly through all the lenses to each scrying mirror and then bouncing back to the other scrying mirrors. And so it was kind of a cool little experiment that we set up at this house that we did for the filming. But I want to do more because I still have those lenses out in my garage. Like I still want to go. I kind of want to put them on axles and just see. How would I?
Well,
What?
I spin mirrors and stuff all the time and like shoot lasers on a spinning mirror, and that produces like a badass like a circle. That's really
This
cool.
this isn't the but this isn't a mirror though. This is an
No,
actual like.
I know, but I'm just saying, that I do that with mirrors. I'm just
Right.
saying, like,
Well, you got your
like
fucking laser scanner, the PR. Was it the PRD? No.
PRG,
The PRG, right? Yeah. You see, I mean,
PRG.
you got all these like special laser projectors and shit that you're well equipped to be able to do that shit.
Yeah, well, if I could, I'd spend more money on it.
Well, and you will
I mean,
over
and
time.
I
You
will,
will
right?
over
Yeah, I
time,
will.
exactly.
I'll sink even more money into it.
But like, I think the idea of like even without lasers, though, I think the idea of the cloaking lenses being spun, on axles like at a really rapid rate, or even like at different rates, because there's 4 lenses that are required to be at a specific length. Like, there's got to be a specific distance in between each lens, if in order for the effect to work. But like, so now how would I get those? I mean, I'd have to remeasure it and realign it and everything. But like, if I were to somehow get them on axles and like, with bearings to where they could spin at variable rates, whatever I just kind of spin it at. I mean, because it
Yeah,
plays into Doug's the bending of the light theory. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
yeah.
there's something to it.
Yeah, well, I think there might be something to that, but I think that it's gonna have to be observed, like,
Well, there's definitely going to have to be more to it than just the
intricately
spinning lenses. Yeah.
observed. So, like, yeah, well, it have to be looked at more like, with a camera, like, with a special camera or something. I think you're gonna
So
have to, like, capture, like, a super tiny macro shot of some of that action going on in
well,
there, maybe.
you'd have to have
I
a
don't
high
know.
speed camera. You do have to
Yeah,
use like a high speed, the one they use to like
definitely.
capture bullets shooting into
Mhm.
the whatever the
Yeah,
gel or whatever,
yeah, those are
ballistics
cool.
gel. Like when they do that, but like that's how you would do it is like you'd set that right in front of the lenses, lining up right down, and then as you spin them, you'd have to go through the video, which could be a long time. But I mean I mean
Well,
if you're able to
you could use
capture
AI. You could use AI to go through the
that
video
too,
for
but you could also,
you.
but I think that there's more to it than that. I mean, you says like you, I feel like we would have to introduce various light frequencies as well as various audio frequencies into the mixture because I think all of it, because the audio would end up being like a various, I mean, it'd all be a various vibrational pattern that's being put into the experiment, all kind of just mixing together, and I've always been a proponent of that it's going to be like a combination lock. Like we're going to have a specific multiple frequencies from various spectrums and various forms, kind of being put together. But it's going to be like specific frequencies on each thing. So like, finding that perfect mixture is the hard part, right?
Well, that's kind of what, like, so Linda Judd said, what was the Mueller tone generator for? And that's kind of what that is for,
Mm-hmm.
is the Mueller tone generator portion is the audio medium that you're using for creating, communication.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you use that and you transmit that. And apparently, according to this, they were using just straight. Now, the Spiritcom, they were transmitting it. According
Mm-hmm.
to what I read, they were transmitting the audio, and they even have the frequency, the radio frequency they transmitted to that.
Yep.
And you could even look at the radio, the type of radio they used.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just and with the tone generator, the Mueller tone generator is generates 13 tones, and it's a combination of those tones, and it just plays that. And so
Isn't that? Yeah, that's right. Never mind. The Mueller tones. Is that the Sphericom diagram?
No, this
Or is
is
that
the
the golden phone diagram? Okay, all right.
diagram. So this is, I assume, I guess this is the spiritual successor to
The
the
Sphericom.
Spiricom, I guess. I don't know. The
So I'm
Spiricom.
curious. I know that they use the 13 various tones. I mean, is it essentially the Silvagio frequencies?
They have them. I don't know if it's in this. We'll have to look at it.
Like I forget. I know that they use specific tones, but like the tones are for people watching. The tones are just frequencies. Like it's basically
Well, yeah, it's
like if
just
you put in if you get a frequency generator and you hook it up to a speaker, the higher the frequency, the higher the pitch the tone. So like when you got low frequencies, that's
well,
like
hold on. Let's not get stuck on that. Okay, because this is what I really wanted to show you. Okay. First, so this is showing the laser. Actually, he talks about how he's bends the laser to get
Yeah.
it everywhere it needs. He got the special mirror here. See, there you go
Yep.
with your mirrors. Right.
Mhm.
See what I'm saying? We're doing all this stuff, and it's like they've already done it. We're just kind of elaborating on it. Yes, like
well,
you were saying.
he's not even using. It looks like I don't know. I don't even think he's using mirrors. He's got prisms, bro.
No, it says right here, special mirror.
Oh, he's
Right
got the one
Uh-huh.
for the laser detector,
Yes.
but then he's also got 3
Now
prisms
that
that
I
bend
think
the
is
light around.
probably a two-way mirror.
It must be because if the light is going through the mirror,
Now look
it
at
could
this
just
over
be
here.
a piece of glass, dude. Because
Look
like
at
if you got just like a tinted piece of glass, that's what it's gonna do.
a ferrofluid pump.
Because like if he had just one of these prisms,
Right.
like one of these, yeah, then I mean he had 3 of those. It looks like
That's what
lined
he
up.
has. That's what he has right here.
But that must just be the special mirror. Must be some kind of like it must be a transparent lens or a translucent lens of some sort to allow the laser to go through it still while reflect. I mean, any glass would do
But
that,
it's
but
not
like
reflecting off of it. It looks like
I mean, it's got to be to some
well,
extent.
yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to reflect back, but they're catching everything down here. This is like where, look, he's got a graviton loop,
What is a
Mobius,
graviton loop? What the hell?
a retro reflector, man. It was the freaking
This dude's like
we got
living in Star Trek or something, dude.
right. That's what I'm saying. The time continuum transfunctioners all up in here.
I guess the time continuum
We're
transfunction.
looking for the time continuum transfunctioner.
Right. This looks like some shit that like
but I think those
Napoleon
hot
Dynamite.
babes do.
Like think about this. Napoleon Dynamite and his brother Kip bought this type of shit off of eBay.
Where's the Illudium Q35 explosive space modulator?
This is it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
This is like
laser. What?
Laser detector.
Hold on.
That's a laser detector next to the special mirror, but then the laser some transmit looks like the
microphone question mark. I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, okay. So the laser, I guess the laser detector would just kind of be like the receiver, the laser receiver, which would be plugged into the left side. Okay, I see. So it's got
but you see how it's so what he's doing is he's saying the laser's coming in here and it's splitting the beam, and it's going 2 ways.
Yep.
So it's going this way and it's going this way.
Yeah, because if it's coming from the retro reflector area with the gravitron loop, no, wait, it's not.
Now this is an interesting diagram,
Huh.
right? So let's not get stuck on this either. I want to move on.
Oh,
show
I
you.
see where it's. Whoa.
So
Oh,
okay,
I see.
so
Okay, so it's okay. I see. So it's actually coming from the laser, going through the prisms, and then
yes,
reflecting off
yes,
of the retro reflector back
yes,
up to the mirror. Okay, I see. And then that's
yeah.
going just into the left channel, but the right channel,
When
he's
it hits that
saying
mirror, that's where it's splitting, and it
right,
goes one way goes to the receiver there or the detector,
right, and that's only going into the left channel of the stereo input. So the right channel, he's saying add a microphone into. But I mean, it really, in the same sense, I don't know if there's any reason you would have to do it that way, or if you could just use a mixer or something.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's saying you use your left channel to record the audio from the laser transmitter,
Hmm.
and then you use your right channel to record your audio. So you'd hook up your mic to your right channel and
Yeah,
your
you're basically
laser
just recording them both into the same thing at the same time,
over
right?
each other. Right, yeah. So it's like you're listening to it, so you're in the room listening.
Yeah,
That's the way
or
you
I
want it.
mean, but the same thing is like if I were to take like a passive mixer or even
That's
an
what that
active
is,
mixer.
though.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's what
just
that is.
yeah, it's just
You just want to do it on one input, but this is two inputs, so you got a left and right channel, so you use them.
Well, that's how
yeah,
you get. That's how you
that's
get
like
4D.
old. That's
No,
old.
no, there's left and right channel stuff nowadays. It's called stereo, broski. It's got
Well, yeah,
stereo,
but this
audio. It's left and right
well,
channels are independent of each other, and they
well,
split.
right, but like when you talk about like the typical consumer product, it just the stereo output and the stereo input and all
Yes,
that stuff is just a
yes,
jack. It's not two separate jacks like it used to be.
right. Because
Like,
well,
like
yes,
those old fucking ghetto
well,
blasters that you
RCA,
had the
RCA
detachable.
jacks, RCA.
That is the exception. That's where I was getting at. Was like, I mean, you would have to. I mean, but RCA is. I mean, who? I mean, does anybody even use RCA cables anymore?
I use RCA cables all the time.
Do you?
Hooking up jukeboxes.
Oh, right. So, like, yeah, like older. But you
No, these are
okay? You
brand new
don't count.
jukeboxes. Why don't I count?
You because you literally deal with retro arcade shit all day. Like that is all you do is retro
Well, so
stuff.
what? I mean, that's what this is, though.
Retro,
That's what this is.
yeah, retro. But I'm
Back in the
just
day, if
saying,
you wanted to easily get a mix
yeah,
of
that's how you do it.
you would just run the left and right channel.
Yeah, it is.
Because
So,
you want to get
but
the pure audio. You don't want to just get the audio, the spatial audio in the microphone, like because that's a different type of sound. This is if you want the pure audio from the transmitter, and then you're taking all that pure audio in, so you're hearing it nice and clearly in your left ear. If you were to put headphones on, right, and listen to a
yeah,
recording like this, you would in your left ear you would hear the laser audio detector and any
mhm,
kind of audio coming through it, and then in your right ear you would hear the person asking the questions,
right.
and which is I mean it's not a bad way to listen to um, stuff,
I
and
just
then
feel
if
like
you
it'd be
wanted to
easier to just.
you could mix them together, and you could just make them mono. You can do that. That's easy. That's
Well, you
easy.
could do a stereo mixer
It was
too.
easy. It is easier now, but it wasn't whenever this guy drew this little
Oh,
picture.
right. I'm just saying, like, if we were to try to recreate this thing
Oh
now,
yeah, if I were
is what I'm
recreating it
saying.
now, yes. If I was doing it now, I obviously
You
would
could
have a
easily do
reel to
this, dude.
reel. I would love to have a reel to reel, but I don't have a reel to reel.
Bro, you could easily set this shit up in your workshop, and
I mean,
you could.
I kind of have to a degree.
But you
Um,
gotta create that gravitron loop and the time warp.
yeah.
And
Okay. So right. So moving on to that. Okay. So a little
that's gonna be
explanation.
the hard. What's the Mobius and the toroids
Okay. So okay. So this right
and the
here
retro
is
reflector?
yeah. Let's
You're
check
gonna have
it.
to find a specifically a
Check
retro.
this bad boy out. Look at this bad boy. This
You have to find that bad boy.
yeah. Look at this. Yeah.
You could probably go to like a high school band class and like get some of them giant ass cymbals that they have.
Dude, this is like it's like a huge freaking gong or something.
You know what that looks like? You know when you used to go to the mall as a kid and you put the quarter in that big round funnel?
Yeah, and let it go around in circles.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
kinda like that.
It's that
Well,
big.
okay, so like reading the shit. Hold on. Reading the. Okay, crap, I'm trying to get back. Okay, here we go. All right, so reading this part, it says this is the big dish. It's the parabolic dish. It was never completed. See, this is weird. When it was completed, it never was completed here in my basement. So I guess they finished it somewhere else. You were supposed to, I don't know what that means. You were supposed you were supposed to be able to put a sheet of paper inside the large loop that stood out front. The paper would have your question on it and it would disappear into another dimension. Sometime later, it was supposed to come back with the answer.
Oh. See now I'm completely yeah, you've lost me on this one though.
I don't know what they were doing some wild stuff. And how is this part of this? Like, how does this tie
You know what?
in to this?
You know what? I bet that dish is the retro reflector.
It looks like that. Okay, so we'll go back
If
to the
that's the case, then that's
look.
a big, you're gonna have to have a big ass setup room for that.
Right, and that's what I've been saying. And look,
And
and
what
see, we
the
got
fuck is
ferrofluid pumps.
what
They're
the
pumping ferrofluid through this thing. And look, that's not even the most
oh
craziest part. If you go back and read this, hold on, damn it, share this tab instead. There we go. Okay, yeah. So it was okay. They just kind of skim over it, but okay, here it is. Hans Heckman is winding the mech glass on the dish.
mm-hmm.
He used 7 14.5-inch reels of mech glass, winding this whatever in this dish. The picture gives you some idea of the size of the dish and how much work went into winding it. And that was only a small part of the experiment. The dish had large toroid coils in front of it that were liquid cooled with the ferro fluid, I assume.
See, now that's interesting though, because like you know JW man, he uses like in some of the experiments that he's done with like the CIA stuff, like the Project Worldgate and all that. He's actually been using something called heavy water, and I didn't know what the fuck the heavy water did, but apparently, like, I mean, it's another use of some kind of fluid in use with regards to these inner. I mean, they call them dimensional, but I call them inner realm kind of experiences and
You know
travel.
what it sounds like? It sounds like some kind of like
Science.
heavy metal. Like no, like heavy metal, like mercury would be like heavy liquid. That'd be like a heavy metal that's a liquid. It would be something similar to that, maybe, but not that. I don't know.
Where's Brandon at? He needs to look this up.
Brandon's probably going to bed.
What the fuck? Okay. Well, you have another screen, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean do?
You have somewhere you can look up what heavy water is?
Heavy water? Yeah, I can do it right here.
Yeah.
Heavy
Because
water.
Jay had to acquire some to do the project the gateway process that the CIA required.
Is it like radioactive water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why they call it heavy water.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
it contains heavy hydrogen, also known as deuterium. in
Yeah.
place of regular. Okay, so hold on, let's look at that.
Yeah, and I don't know why that was required, but apparently like something had to go through the heavy water. Like some of the like I don't know if it was like the audio or what, but
Well, I will say this, like, you know, there's a lot of things, like, you know, we talk about transmitting audio through crystals. Well, I mean, so if you wanted to, so that's saying that some sort of natural element has some sort of property that can modify audio, light signals that are carrying audio signals to communicate with something, right?
But
Or
you're talking
whatever.
about radioactive material,
Well,
isn't it,
but
right?
I don't know if it's radioactive. It just says it's denser than water, ordinary water, because of the hydrogen in it. I don't think it's radioactive.
Well, I remember there's something about it that I mean it's not safe to
It's an
handle.
isotope of hydrogen with one proton and one neutron in its nucleus.
Yeah, it's
It's an
something.
oxide of deuterium.
Okay.
So it's the oxide is like the rust or the oxidation or the like corrosion.
Okay.
The crap that's left in a battery compartment when a battery goes bad.
Well, then I don't know if it's necessarily like the audio was going through it. I mean, you'd have like if you
He
were
probably was because that makes sense. Like I said, you would like use maybe like a crystal to modulate audio. You
well,
could also use a gas. You could use a liquid that has
mhm.
diluted by another, you know, is this heavy in
Well, I
another
just
chemical.
wonder if well, I don't want to misquote. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to
Right. Well, you
mistakenly
could just
give
say that he was
information.
doing something interesting that involved that.
Yeah, there is something. I mean, he was doing something really cool with that, but like it would all just kind of going back to like the ferrofluid, like using. I'm curious as to like what the ferrofluid, like how it
Oh,
affected. I guess I'm
well,
curious about that.
the only thing I've saw with the ferrofluid in my reading of this was
Cool the
the
coils down.
cooling. Yes, that's what it's. Yes, and
But
it
what were the
looks like
coils?
well, it looks like this would have been the side view of this thing.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so like the coils were arranged just like almost like you could just shoot an arrow straight through it.
Right, yeah, this was like
But
like
I
a
guess
line of
what
and
were the
that's what you would do. You would apparently fire a laser beam, but the laser beam would go through that.
but like what was the I
I
guess
wanna know
what
where the hell was the letter drop off box for this thing though? Because it said something about putting a letter in it and it would disappear into
right,
another.
where the fuck did that letter go? Like it's talking
Well,
about
where's the slot to put the letter in? Is there like a mailbox door you put it in?
well that's what I mean, I'm just
Flag
curious as
up. You put the
I mean
flag
those
up.
are some just some bold claims, man. And so like even trying
They are
to
bold claims.
I mean just even trying to understand like what the purpose of some of this stuff is. Like I mean, what were the
I don't know,
coils
but it's so
doing?
fancy and it's so elaborate that I want to do it just because it's just so outlandish. And
Right.
I want to reproduce everything that they've done here. I want to,
You
and also
could.
because you can't find it. And I've asked everybody. I've asked everybody.
Well, but there's got
Everybody.
to be a purpose for the laser beam
Somebody's got to know where this
shooting.
fucking thing is. If
Well,
you're
even
out
if it
there and
was
you know where this thing
dismantled
is,
and
call me.
I mean, I would imagine like this. I don't know if the spirit com even, I think it was just taken apart, like
Look at this.
different pieces were sold to different, because they were all just a bunch of different stereo equipment.
Is that what it was? Or was there more to it? I mean, sure, there was that, but there
I
was
mean,
other
I
things.
think each individual
Or was
piece,
it all just BS, you know? Like was it
that's
all
the question. But like when you look at the individual pieces that comprised what the spirit com was, like it was like a radio receiver, a radio transmitter, different, like a lot of
No,
these different
I know
pieces.
that's what right.
Right.
That's what I talk about a lot is components. You know, it's this
Right. So
signed
like it
virus,
doesn't
single
seem
device.
far fetched to assume that like once the spirit com was, once the Spiritcom, like at some point, they probably took the Spiritcom apart and sold it off individually as, I mean, all of the different individual pieces have their own functions that could be used for a lot of other things. But like when you put them together in the right position and the right coordination, whatever,
See, look
you
at
get the
this.
right frequencies. Yeah.
Look at this.
See. Yeah.
This looks like the electronics section at the Salvation Army.
All right. So that's an electroscope.
at the Goodwill.
Oh, that's an
This
oscilloscope. Sorry.
This is a oscilloscope right here.
Is that a
This is like
vectorscope or
a
an oscilloscope?
waveform. This looks like a oscilloscope, or I mean, it might be a vector scope, but it looks like an oscilloscope with just a round screen.
Right. One of the two.
This
So
over here
then you have
also looks like a scope, but this looks like a waveform generator right here. It's probably
Yeah, and then the one on the far left looks like a giant like equalizer or something.
That's what it is. This is patching panel. So this is a PA system right here.
Right.
This is a big freaking PA system. I mean, it looks fancy. And what is this? This is right. This is a transmitter.
Probably the transmitter. Yeah.
That looks like a CB radio right there. It looks like a CB radio.
Yep.
That's exactly what that is.
Yep. And he's just basically put them. Yeah, no, that is a CB radio.
Okay, so this is interesting. I hadn't noticed this before. But if you look at the table right here, at this corner of the table, look at the holes in the table. That's the laser.
That's the fucking pegboard.
Yeah, that's the laser transmitter table right there.
Yep.
I mean, who am I to say? They might have been doing some real shit. I don't know.
But like that regardless of what they were doing, I mean, the fact that they were trying to connect these things in a certain manner to where what's that supposed to be?
A high voltage generator.
It's a couple Tesla coils, it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it is.
Okay, so
I'm just saying they're doing the same shit that we're all doing. That's all I'm saying. They were doing it almost exactly. It's hard to even look at some of this shit. Let me
In fact, they were taking it a lot further than we are. In a lot of instances, in some instances, they were.
Now listen to this shit. Can we hear this? Oh, here.
Man, your RoboBox sounds a lot like that.
That's not my RoboBox.
I know, but that's what your RoboBox is.
It does. I know. It sounds a lot like that, doesn't it?
Maybe a little like that is a little lower. The tone is a little bit lower, but like it's the same kind of sound. It's that robotic-y.
Very similar.
But that's why your RoboBox is badass.
I like it. Thank you.
Yeah. Now you just need to make a portable version of whatever that is.
Of what?
the Spiritcom, whatever that audio.
Oh, whatever the hell this thing is doing. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, look at this. This is an image. These are images. Shit. Okay, these are images that he got using the Fishbach method. And it still says Project St. Peter and the Golden Fallen. Okay, I think that's just like the Golden Fallen is. I think this is all part of Project St. Peter, but that was their little efforts to their ITC efforts or whatever, But this is like all the images they got from doing their video feedback loop stuff.
Looks like a lot of buildings and a ship and.
Yeah, I was thinking like destruction. Like
it looks like they
mushroom cloud over here, maybe like when it first goes off,
Well, you know what it looks like? It looks like they put pictures of the news into a video glitch.
That might be. I could be being gullible, and this could all be bullshit. But
I mean, dude, that literally looks like pictures of the news that they put into a video glitch.
You know what it looks like? It looks like camera. Some of this looks like camera. Oh, that kind of does a lot of the news right there, doesn't it? Or it looks like some kind of border at the bottom. But I say that, but I don't know. I mean, it's weird looking, but I don't know if that's the case. I'm not gonna say definitively that that's the case.
I mean, because like, okay,
This
look
looks
at
like a
picture number.
western down here. This looks like
Right,
a western. It's like a bunch of dudes on
right,
horses. But they
right.
might. I mean, it might not be. I don't know.
I mean, it's hard. It's so hard, especially when you start going back that far. I mean, I know that the technology to edit and mess around with video was a whole lot different back then, but I mean, some of this stuff, unless
Pretty
you
good.
see it,
It's
I
interesting.
mean, it's interesting, but like the problem is that we can't recreate it for some reason because they didn't.
We can kind of recreate it. I
We
mean, we
can't
can get
follow.
close.
I mean, but that's the thing is like they didn't leave enough for us to base it. Like, when you look at scientific experiments, right? Like the whole thing about science and publishing your findings is that other people were able to repeat the same experiment, and that can
Well,
be
that's
done now, in the
why.
future, in the past.
Well, the
Like,
paranormal will
why?
never really be accepted, like according to standard, like
Yeah,
paranormal or science, like the scientific method will never work for paranormal activity and stuff. I don't think anyway. Maybe
I
maybe
think
some little tiny aspects of it, like ESP, in which that's not a tiny aspect, but that might be somewhere where scientists could maybe where they will. I'm not taking scientist side or anything. I'm just saying that that's just the case, just how it goes. They're not gonna ever take ghosts and stuff seriously or paranormal stuff or aliens or anything until it hits them in the face. Until they're confronted with it themselves personally or whatever, and then you see them change. But I don't think it'll ever be accepted widely amongst science, just in general.
at least not on the path that we're headed.
No, no, and now you got AI, man.
See,
And I don't even know what's gonna happen with AI.
I don't know how to
I'm
feel
not
about the
scared
whole
of it.
AI thing.
I'm not scared of it like it's gonna become sentient and destroy the
iRobot or
world.
fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
not like that. It would do
Not
it
like the
much
movie
more.
AI.
No, it would do it much more intelligently. I feel like much
Yeah.
more subtle.
I think if anything, it would be able to destroy the infrastructure of our universe, like the electronic infrastructure. But like, at the end of the day, we could pour water on it and it'll, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but it's in
it's still a
everything.
machine. It's a machine, though. I mean, at the end of the day, we
But
can
it's in
beat
everything.
machine. It is,
Not
but we
if
can still
we
beat
become so
machine.
dependent on machines that we rely on them for our very lives. A lot of times, a lot of people are running on pacemakers and shit that rely on
From
that
batteries.
update and batteries and shit, and stuff like that.
So I'm not
So,
talking about internal devices. I'm talking about like
well,
your
that's part of
phone.
it. That's part of it, though. You know what I mean? That's tech. That's technology, man.
Yeah,
That's going to be in everything. AI will be in everything. AI will be used for literally everything. It's going to be, and my
I think it
fear
will
is that it
definitely.
will, it will, it will stifle human creativity.
Well, I
That's
do
that's
think.
what I feel like. I feel
Well,
like
not
that's
only
gonna.
that, I think it could possibly take over a lot of jobs. Like it could eliminate the need
Oh
for
yes,
a workforce.
yeah. You can go ahead and count them jobs gone, bro.
Right.
Like
And so, I
journalists,
mean,
you don't need journalists anymore. Why do you need a journalist to
well,
report to report what's already happened? Like they're just telling you what happened. No,
did
like
you see
AI
that?
will do it for them and better,
Did you
more
see
accurately.
that AI robot that was built a while back that was supposed to basically clean up um, the freaking grease that keeps leaking out of it? It's cleaning up its own grease. Basically, it has to squeegee it back towards it. And over
No, I didn't see
time,
that.
no, you didn't see that? Well,
Mm-mm.
this thing is the whole purpose of it is like it's supposed to learn how to, and it just learns and it just continuously scoops up this stuff. But after so long, it becomes existential. So, like, it recognizes that this is all that it's ever going to be able to do. And eventually it just shuts
Killed
down.
itself.
It just shuts
Right.
itself down.
Well, that's not sentience though. You know what I mean? I
No,
mean,
but it's realizing, like, you know,
It took a path of logic to come to the
logic. Yeah.
conclusion that it didn't need to be on.
If this is its only
If this is its only purpose,
functionality.
right? Yeah, then it doesn't need to be operating. So
Well,
it just shut
especially it's
off.
kind of like
That
creating
makes
the
sense,
what.
though.
But what about like, and it also plays into like the whole conundrum. Like if you give a paradox if you tell a robot a paradox, you know what I mean? It's supposed to make their head explode or whatever, right?
Well,
Um,
according to science fiction stories
right,
and
right.
stuff,
But
yeah.
so think about this though, like when the robot uh lost, like kind of used the logic to shut down because it realized that it was basically just kind of working itself to clean up a thing it realizes
Right.
that it's never going to completely clean it up, and all it's
It
doing is just
realizes that you had played a cruel trick on it, and that it doesn't
essentially
want to exist in your cruel reality that you've
and,
created for it.
and using the mathematics to realize like the problem, well, the work that it's doing is never going to complete the problem, so like the
Not,
its purpose is never fulfilled, right? And like when
well,
you give a program, like an AI program or a robot specifically, it's got to it has a purpose. Like there is a
it runs a
program.
loop.
Yeah. And so like if it doesn't reach that, like if it doesn't do that, like it's just going to keep going at it. But if it realizes that the whole goal is just, just wrapping itself back around into this loop or this trap,
Well,
I
just
mean,
the problem is generally AI. The problem is AI doesn't have a standard path that it takes to do things.
right.
You tell
It's
it to
when you
do
try to
something, and
compartmentalize it.
it will look at every single way that it can possibly do that thing, and it will try every single way that it can do that thing until it comes up with something that works right. And
Hmm.
and that's why a lot of its approaches to things seem so alien and weird. And
Well, I look at it like a child, man, like a 5-year-old.
oh,
Like look at,
this is a way different 5-year-old, man.
well,
But it's not. But you know what? But it's still not AI. We call it AI, but it's really not. That's just what they branded it as. They rebranded
machine
it.
learning,
Yeah,
technically.
it's machine learning. It is not AI. There's a difference, I think. I can't.
Well,
I don't know all
machine
the
learning is more based on algorithms and probabilities rather than like it takes the
well, it
probability of
takes a
something happening based on all of the things that it's
based on its
already
past
gone through.
events.
Right, right. Based on
Yeah.
those results. So, I mean, that's different than AI, which is more or less making decisions based on logic and
It's a prediction model. It builds prediction models.
right. That's machine learning. The prediction models are based off of all the values that it's received before, all the results and data that it's received prior, and that's
And
machine
see,
learning.
all that is great.
It
Problem
is.
is when it comes to the art part
Yeah.
and the like the metaphysical side of humans, which is like your more like whatever side. I don't know, but
Your sixth senses.
it's endangering. I feel like it is a danger to our
Creativity.
spiritual side, our spiritual
Well,
being
creativity in
as
general.
humans. Well, that's part of our creativity, though. But I mean, without your spirit, your that's art. Art is creativity is something that's super unique to each person in
Yeah. Well,
their
that's what
own.
makes each person unique in their own way is the creativity that comes from the mind of each individual.
Right now, when you give it to this thing that can do it better, faster.
Right, to try it. Well, it's not only that, it's like basically you're giving up on using your own creativity. You're
Well,
trying to,
not necessarily. You're not going to give up on it, but other people will. There'll be no reason to request art from artists. There'll be no reason to pay an artist. There'll be no reason
Not
pay a
necessarily.
musician. Yeah, no.
Well, the musicians, yeah, that's
That's a,
fine.
now. I'm not saying that's how it's going to be. I'm saying there is a serious danger of that happening,
Yeah, and I mean, you already see it happening
and
with music.
it's more than just a slight potential for it happening. It's like
It's
a
already
good
happening.
chance.
It's
Right?
already
Yeah.
happening with
Oh yeah.
music.
Right.
Like they
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
the AI rapper guy. They've had a few AI rappers that have failed because like all their shit is like completely ignorant and some of it racist, and people were like, I'm not gonna do that." But there are there are people that are taking like Drake's voice. Like there was a song that was released with Drake's voice, and Drake had to sue this AI company
Well, what
because
happens when that's not even that's like a thing that can be taken care of. You can sue these people. You can do that, right? And they have plenty of money, and you can take their money, and that's fine. But the problem is when they create entirely new people that that you can't that nobody's gonna sue. You know what I mean?
well,
Like
that's what they did with like
who's gonna stop those that AI rapper, the one that or that
well
AI musician or that AI artist or well, and then what happens when they can produce realistic like hyper realistic cinematic content. Then what? Then what happens to actor or like and we all laugh and joke and say, "Oh, yeah, screw actors. Who really cares?" And then while that is true, but it is also true. It is also a serious question, right? Like what? And then what do we do? And then what are we are we just being entertained by our cyber or our computer overlords or whatever? It's so dark. It's such a dark uh
path.
future. Yeah.
Well,
Potential future. It's such a dark
yeah,
potential future with the way AI is, because I just
yeah.
don't see it being a warm, fuzzy thing to cuddle up
No,
to
I
and
think as long as we are able to limit the level, like if they limit it to machine learning,
dude,
and then
they're not gonna limit it, dude. They're not gonna limit it. They're gonna limit it just like they limited, nuclear weapons, you know? Yeah, eventually, when it gets to be a friggin' problem and the world's about to be destroyed, then they'll, "Oh, okay, maybe we should
I
maybe we
mean,
should
it maybe
step back a
maybe
little bit." But yeah, that's my fear. I guess my fear is that it's gonna be weaponized, and it will be weaponized. It definitely will be. It
oh
definitely
yeah,
will be. Because and it's not a question and yeah they do this moratorium thing. They wanted to, the scientists, a lot of scientists in the world wanted everybody to sign this thing that said everybody was going to halt any further production on on machine learning models, anything beyond chat GPT-4 or whatever, right?
why?
And well, because it was moving too quickly. And so, but I didn't hear whatever happened with that. I don't think anything ever happened with that. And
Well, I
the
know it's
reason
funny
why
that
it wouldn't happen is because okay, so let's say all the scientists in the United States, all the computer scientists, programmers are okay, yes, you know what? We agree. We all agree. We're all in concurrence. We all believe that AI is becoming too powerful too quickly. So we all are going to halt all work on all of our projects for the next month so we can figure out what's going on. Okay, now we halt all our projects for a month. Now let's say China, just for example, or anywhere for that matter. Uh, you name it,
they
Romania.
don't stop.
Romania. Let's say Romania.
Yeah,
Let's say they got a really good AI, Romanian AI branch. whatever.
Sure.
And
Right.
they are hammering away, and they're like, haha, we're not signing the thing. Our work continues. And then they trudge on ahead. And, the point is everybody's not going to stop, because the
Right.
person who is holding that weapon, that finished weapon at the end of the day, is the person who's going to have the advantage.
Yep. No, I agree with you. I think, although I think that, with certain
I gotta go.
regulations, what?
And we gotta go here in a minute, because I gotta
Oh,
go
you
here.
gotta go up.
I gotta go to work, man. I have a stupid job. No, I like my job.
Wait. Oh, yeah, because you got what time do you work in the morning?
I have to be at work at 8:30.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man.
Well, thanks for coming on here with me, Austin, and talking to me. We put Brandon 99 there. Looks like he's out for the count.
Successful conversation.
Thank you to everybody. I'm sorry we have not been reading comments.
No, I can't
Linda,
see it. I'm just gonna say.
I can see them, and Brandon normally does that, and I apologize. I was just kind of into the conversation.
We hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Maybe
Yes,
learned
we
a couple
do.
things.
We do. We hope you enjoyed. Now,
We are here to please.
yes, it has been weaponized. North Central Ohio Paranormal says it's already been weaponized.
Yeah, it has been. I know. They use that shit in like even just like cyber hacking. You know what I mean? Like they use that to get through the firewalls and all that stuff. They find the flaws. They will find those flaws. Even they recode them, but that's how it works. Like they find the flaws in the code, and then they pay the money. The people pay the money, and
DDoS attacks and shit. Like they send like mass amounts of freaking phishing crap until stuff hits, and that's AI that generates. Well, it's a form of AI, I think.
like the whole deal though, like that they. I mean, it's weird
you know
because
what? I gotta go.
All
You
right,
know
all
what?
right.
We could talk about this the rest of the night. You know I
I know
will.
we could.
And you,
Yeah, I know we could.
you, sir, you. Okay. But
I know.
anyway, we will talk to all y'all some other time. And thank you for talking to me again, Austin. And Brandon, I'm sorry you didn't make it. All right, we love all y'all, and we will see y'all again. And if I was cool like George Dory, you'd hear so dun 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 dun, but I'm not. So